Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Ace and Ektar Heroes of the Storm casting podcast. I'm still Ektar, and he's still Ace, and I still have not messed up the intro this season.
That's impressive, and considering this is probably the last regular season Ace and Ektar Heroes of the Storm casting podcast.
Very likely, although I don't think we have D&D this Friday, and I don't have anything this Saturday, so there's a small chance that we could
pick up the last matches of the season.
Exactly.
That is true.
Maybe slide into some double digits this season. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool indeed. Yeah, because it doesn't count playoffs. Oh no, I gotta get double digits. So we gotta vote for ourselves, because that's the most important part. About this series, this is Better Than Bots versus Bronze6 from Division B West, a division I am totally unfamiliar with.
And have no interest in the outcome of this match at all.
Absolutely none whatsoever.
Outside of the obvious, wanting to see good games get played and all that.
As the conditional 1 or 2 seed, seeing the conditional other 1 or 2 seed and the 3 seed play has no interest to me whatsoever.
I mean, BTB could still end up the 4 seed.
They could. They actually very well could.
In fact, this match will have a large amount to do with that because BTB and Uwu are currently tied for points, although I think Uwu has one more match played. But Uwu also have to play against Bronze6 tonight, so I wouldn't be terribly surprised if we see some people from that team in here doing a little bit of scouting.
Yep, shout out to the Uwuians in chat.
I think I prefer the Uwu crew. Get that rhyming alliteration in there.
I mean, they've done pretty well with the Choo Choo, Here Comes Uwu, which is, you know what?
Which still pales in comparison to Chugga Chugga Uwu, because honestly, that is by far the best combination team name and chant slogan I've ever seen in an amateur division.
Yeah. So
who's doing the commentating? I'm Ektar and he's Ace, and we're doing the commentating as we get on into match number 1 on Volskaya Foundry.
Yep, this was picked by Better Than Bots, so that does give Bronze6 first pick, and they're going to go ahead and ban out the Lunara. As the person who did the scouting against Better Than Bots, against our match that was less than 7 days ago, that's a good ban, because Evil Alto has a 100% win rate in 10 games on the hero, which is level 170.
Yeah, pretty damn good ban. Gazlo is kind of just a standard meta ban, but also I think Bronze6 have been playing him since the most recent balance buff. And, he's just kind of been a Storm League menace. He's not necessarily all that oppressive feeling to play against, but he just has quietly an almost 60% win rate, so you love to see that.
Yourself.
And Lucio getting banned out as well, going after the really strong comfort picks for Better Than Bots. Crafty Trent plays a very proficient Reddit Lucio. Genuinely one of my favorite players to watch because that is the coolest healer playstyle in the game, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely. 100% agree with you there. So, target bans out on Better Than Bots, generic bans for Better Than Bots against Bronze6. We'll have our first pick coming up soon. Now, I've seen a lot of Uther, a lot of Tyrande out of Bronze6.
It's hard actually to say that you see a lot of many things out of Bronze6, though. Johanna is their most played, but they also have a very wide hero pool and an incredible success rate across almost all of them. So, whereas with Better Than Bots, they have a couple of really comfortable comps that they like to play and perform very well on those comps. Bronze6 kind of perform on anything they feel like drafting, which makes, I think, the ban the meta strategy really good from them.
Definitely agree. We've got a Deathwing early pickup here for Megan 420 and May coming out from 5 Aces, which we've seen a lot of recently.
Better Than Bots favors Deathwing more than most teams that I see, and it works for them the majority of the time, so I don't hate to see it, but that is a lot of things that do percent damage, and I think neither Deathwing nor May are going to be particularly excited about that turn of events.
No, I can't be shocked at it. Bronze6 has played some Tychus throughout the season, and definitely also one of Juiji's familiar picks in the Leoric, so they're not going out of their way to draft against this Deathwing either. So
Yeah.
I do want to see 5 aces holding the Snow Blind for the Tychus as much as possible.
Yeah, that'll be really critical to stop the percent-based damage from coming into Deathwing. I mean, you just love to see a Jim Raynor ban. He's just... Ever since the rework, he's been just quietly really good almost all the time.
I find a hard time finding a spot where I wouldn't go, Jim Raynor would be a bad hero here.
Yeah.
Unless you intentionally draft over and leave, like, only a healer, then yeah, I guess Jim Raynor would be a bad hero, but... Yeah, see, Jim Raynor would be a bad hero here. So this is a comp that Better Than Bots have run before. I think it was once before with the Abathur Tracer combo.
They have played Tracer once and lost with it
with
this
the
season.
Abathur. Yeah, it was a hyper carry Tracer with an Abathur.
But I don't actually hate the comp that they're forming here, although, man, I do not want to be Crafty Trent playing against Genji Uther.
Yeah, as someone who's learned the lesson and has
also been the Uther.
Yeah, and has always also been the Uther. You don't want to play Tracer into Uther. And the expected chance that Ferret's gonna be like, oh darn, I guess I have to play Uther, when that's kind of their favorite thing to do is a D-Shield Dragon Blade combo, is just icing on the cake to counter Tracer too. So we're gonna have to see some really crisp play out here from Crafty Trent.
Yeah, just going off of comfort picks and general draft, I think Bronze6 have to have the slight advantage. There are a lot of eggs in Crafty Trent's basket, and it's going to be difficult to keep them there.
Yeah, Tracer definitely going to have to carry most of the damage here, going to have to find critical kills, but again, Uther so strong at being able to deny them both with armor, burst healing, and a D-Shield if desperate. So, yeah, Bronze6 definitely looks strong in this draft.
Although, Portrait Synergy over at Better Than Bots, all of them have the Gazlo, and it almost looked like Bronze6 were going to have just all Carbot Synergy, but Ferret and CRT kind of messing that up just a little bit.
Well, they're done. Game 2, everybody.
Spawning on the left-hand side in the blue trunks, they are your current number 3 seed, Better Than Bots, with Crafty Trent playing the Tracer, Evil Otto is playing Mama Morales, 5 Aces is playing May, Dr. Evil is playing Abathur, and Megan420 on the Deathwing.
And on the right side of the map, in the red trunks, we have Bronze6 with Danny on Johanna, Ferret102 on Uther, Juiji on Leoric, CRT on Tychus, and Kira on Genji.
Oh man, I got the new Aliabs and then forgot to actually re-enable it, so we're going to have default UI for game number 1, and I am so sorry, everyone, because it looks awful.
Oh no. You don't just, like, set it, you delete the old version? Can't believe it.
Yep, I sure did. I'm terrible.
Disgusting.
But you know what? We're just going to not show talents the whole game because it's massive. But check out the level 1 talents. Big damage coming into Crafty Trent there, actually. Looks pretty standard these days on the side of Better Than Bots. Not that you see a lot of Morales, but I do tend to see her going into the auto attacks on 1 to get that energy and extra range.
Yep, and for Bronze6, yeah, looks standard across the board as well. Healer Uther being the meta of sorts. Crafty Trent takes 1 trillion damage, but the Morales pocket is going to heal them up just in time, and there is a lot of damage, or a lot of healing that Morales can put out. I mean, she heals Tracer's health bar so fast. Nice boop from Evil Alto, but unable to confirm the kill on CRT, and yeah, that's early pulse bomb, but nothing made of it.
Yeah, it's pretty early in the game, but Juji has already pushed Megan420 back into their wall, and they are going to tap, but it's early enough that it should be available during the objective, but it just goes to show, even this early, how things are maybe going to be going in the solo lane.
Yeah. Ferret and Kira taking the bottom right turret camp. Crafty Trent and Evil Alto taking the bottom left turret camp. No invades look like they're planned, so it is just going to be an agreement to grab the turrets. And with the rotational advantage, Bronze6 are going to go over and pick up this regen camp here in the top, because, I mean, there's an Abathur, not a full hero this early.
Yes, Spectrum. I accidentally have default enabled because I had deleted and then installed a new version of Aliobs, and so the game defaulted it to, well, the default UI. And once the game starts, you can't change the UI without, I think, just leaving the game, and I certainly don't want to do that. So we'll get it for game number 2. It'll just be a little bit messed up right now.
Yep. Meanwhile, I've got 5 different versions of Aliobs available to me because hoarding data. That's what's going on down here. First Protector spawning in about 25 seconds here in the mid lane, and both teams looking to go pick up their siege camp before it spawns.
Both teams pretty much even in XP, very slight advantage over in favor of better than bots, but that's really just soaking minion waves a little bit earlier, and there's not a huge advantage going into the objective. Certainly neither team is going to have level 7.
Yep. Bronze6 holding their camp all the way past the point unlock spot and waiting for better than bots to take their camp, and they'll take it in response. Interested to see how that syncs up with the minion wave. But there is a slight minion advantage right now here for Bronze6 in the top lane, so yeah, we'll have to see if anybody stays and clears it.
Yep. At the moment, it's just Crafty Trent trying to poke some damage into Danny and Kira with the help of that intermittent Abathur hat. Now putting some damage into Uther, it's really just getting his ult back up.
Yeah, Tracer's big damage comes in her Pulse Bomb melee combo, especially after level 10 when you can get the percent damage. That's a very important power spike for her. So
yeah, I'm just really kind of worried for Crafty Trent going into the later portions of the game where they're just going to get in-tuned in a big way. Nice little combo coming out, not going to catch the stun onto Danny. Still more poke damage coming out from Crafty Trent. Danny getting down to about half, should have tap available. Megan going in for a big flyover, doing a lot of damage to Leoric, actually. Kira's in the back line, trying to harass the Mama Morales, but she's able to get on out of there. Pop that Caduceus reactor, and Danny getting kind of low. Ooh, but a big stun combo is going to hit out onto Trent, but they are able to back away and should also have tap available.
Yep, all this damage, though, is forcing Bronze6 to commit the Biotic Healer reactor. I can't think of what its name, whatever it is. To this fight. Emitter, thank you very kindly. Evil Alto dueling Kira on the top as Crafty Trent's taking a fight down in the bottom. Kira obviously going to come out on top. That one, Morales does not deal enough damage. Then it's first blood over for Bronze6.
Not gonna lie, I forgot that there was a player named Kira, and I was trying to find a hero named Kira, and not gone very well. Kira going in for another good engagement, finding the kill out of the Tracer, and this should be a full retreat coming out for the members of Better Than Bots. Megan is going to get out, but May, unfortunately for them, will not. And that is going to be the first objective going over in favor of Bronze6. Pretty good soaking of Abathur during that to keep the XP differential not too high, but trading over 3 kills is a good way to lose that XP advantage they may have gotten otherwise.
Yep, that's very true here. Now there's no defense here. Actually, a really scary part of the Better Than Bots comp is that they have very, very low Triglav burn. Pretty much all of them are going to just go right down to the timer, because there's just no way to chunk these out quickly.
Yeah, a lot of that damage is just coming from buildings.
Yeah, there's, and they're able to walk in, get the well, walk out, get the front wall.
Definitely it's going to land in the top lane, try and make this into a 4v5 while Leo's down in the mid lane area. Not going to find a stun onto anyone. Kira is trying to harass Evil Alto in the back. The Cataclysm comes out, is just kind of going to kill minions in zone. Doesn't actually catch any heroes because Genji is he's got a pretty good escape. He's got at least 2 of them at any given time.
Yeah, his escape involves dashing across. I believe it's 80 miles of terrain to be able to get anywhere. So
Genji's from Japan. It's 1.6 times 80 kilometers.
Ah, right. So 128. So yeah, level 10's picked up now for both sides, but we do have pretty much the expected across the board Dragon Blade D-Shield combo, along with Blessed Shield coming in. We might see a lot of that right up here in the top lane as May gets a snowball onto Uther, who does land on the other side of the fort. However, Morales does go down, and the D-Shield pops out for Ferret to keep him alive. Kira dashes in, gets the kill, dashes out immediately, Hearths, and that is 2 kills over for Bronze6.
Yeah, really good usage of picking up the heroics. Everyone got their heroics, but I mean, Bronze 6 used a lot more of theirs than their opponents did, and it went over really well for them. We do have, but did not yet see, the Stim Drone coming out. We have the Ultimate Evolution, as one would expect. I can't actually tell Deathwing and the CY. It is the Bellowing Roar. Tracer going in for actually the radius and slow instead of the percent damage is not what you typically see. And we did see the Snowball Cannon coming out from Mei as well.
That's really interesting from Tracer. Like, I've seen it, and it's good, but as the primary damage dealer of the team, God, it just feels like you're going to have such a hard time confirming kills with the Uther healing being able to come through and give armor, so...
Yeah, and the percent damage would totally ignore that armor. But
sure would.
on the other side, generally pretty expected ults as well. We already saw the D-Blade and the D-Shield coming out, although not in concert like you would maybe expect.
Yeah. Yep, that is true here in Tomb and Commandeer. Well, 13's now picked up for Bronze 6, so they might look to look at this region camp. Actually, it's better than bots starting it up, but there are pings on here, and Bronze 6 is collapsing.
Yep, and no Deathwing in the sky just yet, so they couldn't even try to make this into an advantageous numbers fight, and Leo has already rotated up as well, so just going to take the Biotic Emitter camp with that 13 advantage. There's a lot of poking coming out here, but this is really scary, and Entomb could come out. We do have the Stim Drone, it's putting a lot of damage into Juji, but they're definitely not going to be able to pick up the Biotic Emitter, although Juji already popped Wraithwalk, is going to be able to get on out of there with the power of that D-Shield.
Yep, and Tomb pops out now, does trap none in after Deathwing walks out and Tracer recalls out. So 2 ults used on either side, with Entomb and Pulse Bomb being the least consequential of those, as the top objective is spawned, and Danny going ahead and moving up to the top lane to pick it up.
Yeah, and Abathur is staying in the bot lane to just make sure that gets pushed out, try to get a little bit of damage into the bottom wall, as well as soak the level 13 that's coming in just now. For both teams, we're going to get a quick look. We do have the Q talent coming out on level 13 for the Deathwing. Soma Transference is an amazing talent. And yeah, generally 13's looking pretty good on both sides. Danny is going to hit a pretty big Blessed Shield on the Crafty Trap, but not enough follow-up to try and secure that kill. A lot of damage coming into the Deathwing, is going to try and skedaddle on out of there, but Kira really looking to find that kill, and they will. Actually spawning the Abathur clone onto Morales, so going in for that double healer value, but getting taken out almost immediately by the bladed Genji.
Yeah, that gives full control over the point to Bronze 6, who's already channeled up 75% of this point. Crafty Trent gonna have to recall out, but an auto attack will be the death of them. And that will be another kill over for Bronze 6, 7-0 in this game. Picking up a second Triglav and looking strong here.
Yeah, Kira is really just kind of controlling the pace of this game. Better than bots are taking a lot of pretty decent fights, and then in the situations where normally they're like, alright, we did a good fight, now we can make kind of a good retreat, Kira just says no, and then that retreat becomes multiple kills, and that's just kind of been working really well for them.
They're working all season for Bronze 6. I mean, they're doing very well with their Genji play in general. Kira, a very strong melee assassin player. I'll call Genji one of those style of heroes, even though not true melee. So, yeah, forced to be reckoned with as the Triglav moves into this bottom lane and picks off this bottom well.
This could be a fight that Better Than Bots wanted to take, but pointing out the Bellowing Roar before the Triglav goes down means that probably is not going to happen.
No, especially if level 16's now in the way. We've got Benediction, so Crafty Trent's going to have to be even more careful, as stepping into Uther range can now mean 2 stuns into death, as we see there. But without any follow-up damage, not too much of a spot to be in. Megan 420 gonna go ahead and Cataclysm out of the Entomb. Kira just floating around behind, maybe trying to find some kills. They do have a fort Better Than Bots have a fort to retreat to, so they should be able to get out of here decently as long as 5 aces is okay. Pops the Ice Block, and Icing down very low and is taken out by Fair at 102. D-Shield's gonna keep him alive against the Tracer. Dr. Evil rotates into the teeth of Bronze 6 and is going to be able to get out with that clone. But another kill over for Bronze 6.
Not the most impactful Ultimate Evolution I've ever seen, to be honest.
can agree.
It's
Although
good
it
camp
doesn't give
invade
XP
coming out
anymore.
for Bronze 6. It does not, although I never saw the patch notes that said that.
Yeah, but back in the day, you could have it be less impactful.
Megan 6 landing in and among all of the members of Bronze 6, only taking about 60% damage, which could be worse, I suppose. Popping the Commandeer Odin to secure this fort. Megan getting bound pretty low. Kira maybe looking to get an engagement here, but just a little bit too much health remaining on that Deathwing to try and dive under fort. But that is going to be the second fort of the game going down in favor of Bronze 6.
Yep, they've got full map control. They can do what they want, and what they want is to go ahead and take up this biotic emitter up between mid and top now. Looks like Better Than Bots could possibly do something about it. They do not. And, yeah, now they're in a little awkward of a spot here as a fight is breaking out once again. Ultimate Evolution, though, 7 seconds before its cooldown. Crafty Trent getting a lot of damage onto CRT, 3 seconds left on the D-Shield, so no save available until now, but Crafty Trent gets demolished by the deflect.
Oh my gosh.
The Tracer damage and the Deathwing damage really can make that deflect gain a lot of value. Dragon Blade comes in from Kira, is not complemented by the D-Shield yet, but Morales is going to get taken out. 5 Aces going to be taken out as well, and this is a whole bunch of kills for Bronze 6.
Yep. They will get Megan and 5 Aces out of there, which is a small blessing for them, but there is just nothing they can do on the map right now. Bronze 6 in firm control, going to go take their camp, maybe going to take the top camp as well. CRT is on it already, and things haven't been going well for Bronze 6, but at the same time, I don't think they can afford to wait too much longer because teamfights are going to become much more difficult if Bronze 6 hits level 20.
Yeah, that is very true. So, it is a full level away, and there is a gank plan on Megan 420 up on the top, and with the Tychus, they're going to get a bunch of damage down. Nice cleanse from Hand of Protection from Ferret to keep CRT from getting stunned for too long and being able to pursue with the critical damage, which does end up taking out Megan 420, giving a player advantage in the for Bronze 6, but it's not here in the bottom lane. Juji gets taken out as a counter kill, and that's first kill of the game for Better Than Bots.
It is, which will allow them to get the initial channel on the objective, but they need to rotate some people up on out of here, or there's going to be, one fewer keeps in the game, and I don't think that is a worthwhile trait if Bronze 6 are going to keep pushing in down here, and I can't imagine that they're going to stop quite yet. They have not, but they don't actually have any minions to support this. They have the camp, but they're going to start taking that keep damage, which is probably not something they can afford to do unless they pop Commandeer Odin. Which they have.
20's picked up. It is not the big red button, but there's the Benediction. Destroys Crafty Trent in 2 hammer hits, and that is a lot of damage. Evil Alta now in a bunch of trouble as Kira dives past the keep. Odin and minions going to go ahead and clean up this top keep, and Bronze 6 getting everything they'd want on a map right now.
Yep, Megan dropping in to de-push the top lane, but there's still 3 heroes here, even if they are unaware of it. But they are currently more preoccupied with that top camp, which is going to give them time to actually clear out top lane, but channel is already 40% in favor of Bronze 6, and there's really no way Better Than Bots can attempt to contest right now.
Yeah, down level 20, it is a risky venture. Even with Bronze 6 just kind of playing off the point and picking up around the map, you can only really force Johanna to walk away. So she's not going to actually be any threat, and the whole team just rotates down. So, yeah, it's a tough spot here for Better Than Bots. They want to take a 4v5 right here, and that may be their opportunity.
If they had an opportunity, I think it's gone now as Danny has rotated in. They have the level 20s, and there comes the Radiating Fifth heading onto 3. The huge Buried Alive is going to secure 3 very fast kills, and Megan is maybe going to get on out of there, but they and Abathur are the only ones, as the Triglav gets picked up, and often this third one is the one that ends games, especially off the back of 3 kills like that.
Yeah, that is, that's entirely accurate. This Triglav's going to go ahead and kill the bottom fort as an afterthought, basically, and march right towards this bottom key.
Hopefully that fort does fall, because they can't actually end... Oh, no, they can't, because Top's already down. Top's already down. Yes, they're actually just completely walking past all of bottom and just going straight into the core, and I find it really hard to disagree with this decision.
Yeah, Triglav does good siege damage, and even with an Avatar hat trying to keep it alive, it is not going to stay alive for long, as Triglav wails on the core in game 1 will go in favor of Bronze 6.
Hey, if Bronze 6 wins, Juji is going to do a free Patreon premium cosplay. Ooh, I didn't know that Juji does cosplay.
Very cool.
You'll have to...
Is it Juji also in Korea now?
I was actually going to ask. I knew he was going to Korea. I don't know if that has already happened. But checking out our summary screen, number 1 damage on the side of Bronze 6, actually Kira, beating out Tychus, which is... I mean, Tychus is no slouch in the damage department. Yeah.
And May. Like, that's a lot of damage Tychus can put out. That's just so much Genji damage. Oh.
Deathwing did put out the most damage in the lobby, but... I mean, damage is not the only thing that wins games. Most of the time, killing heroes is what gets games, and Bronze 6 had a 14 advantage in the kill department.
Yeah, I mean, the Stats of the Storm update came out today, and they're floating a 2.2 KDA right now, and that is a winning combination. And it'll be augmented there. So, yeah, Bronze 6 showing why they are to be feared by all in B West. So, game 2, Better Than Bots probably going to take first pick. That's what everybody does. So we'll have to see what the choice is, likely from Better Than Bots. Also, Aliab's check.
I enabled it during the game, but it won't switch over. But
okay, cool.
Observer interface, Aliab's replay default interface. I'll set that to Aliab's too. Not that I do many replay casts.
Yeah.
Might as well. You know, just in case.
I just set it so I don't mess either of them up.
Set it and forget it. Just waiting back to hear from the captain of Better Than Bots what is going down for our game number 2.
Yeah, Better Than Bots likes Towers, likes Volskaya, likes BOE. Towers is banned, BOE a possibility. Oh wait, I'm talking about Better Than Bots. Bronze 6, haven't looked at their match history, to be real honest. So where do they go, Ektar?
Maps that Bronze 6 pick in order: Tomb of the Spider Queen and Volskaya are the 2 most common at 3 picks and 2 picks respectively. So I would expect a Tomb game here.
Seems good.
And they do in fact have map pick.
Yeah. Bronze 6 not getting first pick often. That's kind of what happens when you win. 38% of the time, according to stats, which is, you know, pretty average for the upper part of the division.
Sounds like my dogs are play fighting with each other.
Sure are. Roar.
Shout out to dogs in the background, everybody. Go pet your dogs.
Hold on. Oh, the dog's outside. She's having a great time.
No. Go outside and pet your dog. I said so.
You're back.
All right. Now that he's gone, Maev, is she actually terrible? The answer may surprise you. All right, he might actually have walked off, because I would have thought that would have baited him for sure if he was still here. Which is actually fine, because we still do not have... We just, in fact, got our map for game number 2, and it may surprise you. It's actually going to be Alterac Pass for game number 2, as picked by Bronze 6. Have they picked this map in the past? They have not picked to be on this map, but they have played it twice and won it twice, so maybe just looking less at what they're comfortable with and more to throw Better Than Bots off their game, because they have not actually even played Alterac Pass yet this series, or this season.
I returned from petting the dog.
Excellent.
Sitting outside and now thinks it's playtime or time to come inside. It is neither of those.
Has it at least stopped snowing from last week?
Oh god, it stopped snowing like... It never snowed, but it stopped icing like mid last week. And it's been in the 70s for the last week now.
Had that not been the case, I would have been a little bit concerned for your roommate's dog.
Nah. Dog had a great time. The dog loves the winter weather.
My dogs have never seen snow and likely never will. Shout out to SoCal.
Yeah, she like jumps around and starts like going like jump crazy, and it's really cute. Watching her just, enjoy.
Overlay, why are you not showing the map that I had selected? Thank you.
Bugs.
I just set it to a different map and set it back, and then it popped up.
Yeah, why didn't it? Bugs. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. Alright, now my question is, time in South Korea. It's 1:36 p.m.
So that's
these are like
optimal playing time, assuming that he doesn't have an actual job or something.
Yeah, well, there's a reason to move to Korea, so...
I mean...
Yeah, we'll see.
There's plenty of reasons to move to Korea. Like,
yeah,
GSL.
GSL. And ASL. Those are the only 4 letters I need.
Yeah, G, A, S, and L. All of them. Don't even need to learn any Korean. Just need to learn StarCraft.
GSL. Oh. Well, okay then. That was a...
Have confirmed Juji is not currently in Korea, so don't have to worry about that time skip.
That is true. That is true. So... Yeah, we have Alterac Pass. Do we have... Is Bronze6 played on this?
They have played on it twice, but they have not chosen to come here. Better Than Bots have not even played on this map this season.
Correct. I did know that one.
So, definitely Bronze6 going with the try to throw your opponents off, keep them uncomfortable strat over the keep your own team comfortable strat. Two different schools of thought. Alternatively, Bronze6 are confident on all of the maps. And,
yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's that. No, there's Alterac. I'm crazy. I was trying to see. Like, I couldn't see any Alterac games. I only see one for this season.
Yeah, it's a terrible map.
There it is. PRE and Roll 1. So, let's see. How have they... what kind of comps have they drafted? Vikings.
Ooh, I saw that they had played Vikings. I didn't actually look to see what map, but they did it on this one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep. About a month ago. They did the... Vikings on Alterac, so we'll have to see if they've got some spicy stuff to deliver.
Speaking of spicy comps, we do know from first-hand experience that Better Than Bots have been known to throw in a spice or two of their own as well. Do you think we might see it here? Is this a viable map for the spice?
Because
I don't actually think it is.
No, I don't think it's a viable map for the spice for Better Than Bots. For Better Than Bots.
Yeah, so probably not going to find any Cho'Gall here on Alterac Pass, even if it would be a little thematically appropriate Warcraft heroes on the Warcraft map. It's just too big and awkward of a map to put 2 heroes into one body.
Yeah, I mean, macro is so important on this map, and reducing the amount of bodies you have on the map, kind of tough. That's why they'll go Cho'Gall Vikings.
Oh my god, don't you threaten me with a time that sounds fun in theory but almost always loses.
That, fair enough. I'll give you that one.
I actually really do like playing Vikings with Cho'Gall, but that just might be because it's an excuse to play Vikings. And
yeah.
I don't need a particularly sturdy excuse to play Vikings.
Yeah, that's Fair enough.
Though I haven't gotten to do it yet this season. Do you think I can convince Gunny to let me play it during our match with Cosmos?
Only if they're not watching right now. Hold on.
Linehouse is on that team, right?
No.
It's not Linehouse? Who's on that team?
That is a good question.
Oh, it's Odd Thought. I don't know why, but I
Odd Thought.
always mix those two individuals up.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, game's starting finally. We've got the readies from everybody else. Got the obligatory 5-second delay. And we are going in to Alterac Pass. Game number 2 between Bronze6 and Better Than Bots.
My game sounds are being awfully quiet. It's because sound got turned off.
Control S.
Just gotta make sure I didn't silence anything on OBS. Did not. I was wondering. Alterac Pass flipped, and I saw the coin, and I was like, all right. Da-da-da-da, and then it didn't happen. And that's... Oh my god, were we missing game sounds during that whole last game? Oh, I may have messed up real bad.
Oh no. Nobody
Twitch
said
chat,
anything.
why didn't you tell me anything?
Let's see.
Where is the draft? Are you not seeing the draft?
Nope.
Okay.
I definitely see a draft. Ektar, are you okay? Are you okay?
I mentioned it before we got on stream. I did have my first and probably last pumpkin spice latte this evening, so I may be running a little hot tonight.
Understandable. That is the side effects of pumpkin spice latte. You did
a lot
have
of
game
respect
sounds
coming
on
out for the Uther there, so
it's a good band.
I cannot disagree with honestly either of these two bands. A lot of respect put into these two heroes.
Yep. Crummy going out as well. She is a menace on this map.
Lucio ban?
Yeah.
Don't do it just so I can watch it, please.
Please?
Come on, Bronze6.
It's probably the right ban. Oh, I got rid of Gapslow. First pick it, Crafty. You've done it before. Do it. Do it. Just do it.
Make our collective dreams come true. First pick Reddit Lucio.
Did it against...
It's true.
I know he can do it. I believe. There's no analysis. We're just waiting. Just waiting for Lucio pick.
Oh,
Yes!
this is my jam. Lucio first pick. Probably something like Diva would be like the better for dogs. Would have been the better first pick. But I mean, there's a lot to be said for picking up comfortable heroes, and there are fewer player hero comfortabilities tighter than Crafty Trent on that Lucio.
Yep. Does not play healer for the team unless it's on Lucio, and it's not every game. If you want to go and handle the dogs for a minute, I can...
I think the fiance went to go corral them a little bit.
Fair enough.
Back to reality. Oh, there goes Gravity. Malfurion, Tychus getting picked up. Malfurion is interesting. I don't know that they've played a lot of Malfurion this season, but a lot of Tychus has been played to great effect.
Yeah, he's a strong hero after the rework. So
who knew that giving someone a talent to pick up like 25% more range would be a strong adjustment to a hero?
Yeah, 22.2, I think. Repeating. Oh, that's the math. I'm not gonna try to do. Actually, I know that's range. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good. Diva and Sylve also picked up. So. Not going to argue that too much.
And I don't think that Malfurion or Tychus were particularly contested picks by Better Than Bots. So I think picking up the first pick Lucio was, I mean, objectively the correct decision. But no punish coming out for Bronze6, allowing the Diva and the Sylvanas to still get through.
Very true. Do we see a Diablo ban against the Lucio? That's my... like, kind of eyes on what I'd be looking on for a ban.
Yeah.
Or target
because...
Kira's hero Genji. Because that's also dangerous with the Malfurion Leaf.
It's definitely dangerous. I personally think Diablo is the better ban. Banning out the Lost Vikings because, as you said, they've done it on this map. And they're just a strong hero pick in general. They've had like a 56 win rate since the changes a few months ago.
Yep. That's straight up good scouting there by Better Than Bots, or they just did it randomly and found the one map that they've done it before and everything. So
I bet they scouted.
I bet they did
They
too.
knew that happened before.
100%. We have Rel Johanna picked up here by Juji and Danny, respectively.
Yeah,
so
Juji
nothing
really
out
likes
of the
Jarell, and
yeah.
then, I mean, Danny showed why he plays Johanna in the last game. I don't think you need us to explain to you how effective that was.
Yeah, I mean, just plays it very well and very consistent. So, yeah, now we're down to more damage or a spice pick and a tank here from Better Than Bots. We get a tank and a spice pick. I like it. I saw this actually. That Evil Alto is 3 highest heroes, Ektar. It's Lunara, Jim, which comprise about 90% of the gameplay this season. Then Samuro. I believe it's higher than level 100. So this could be very interesting.
I didn't even get that far under the scouting. Just Evil Alto, Lunara, consistent damage. That's what they played on my my scouting report.
Yep.
And we do have the reprisal of the Genji here. I think it's a little less good on this map because wave clear is more important and it's just gigantic. Admittedly, Genji does a better job than most of rotating on a map this size, given his multiple jump-like abilities. But they are a bit light on wave clear. Johanna's pretty good for a tank, Urella's okay, Tychus is pretty decent but not amazing. And on the other side, Diva's pretty good. Sylvanas is actually good, and Samuro's okay as well.
Yeah, neither team pulling like a crazy kind of wave clear advantage or any kind of globals coming out. So it is going to be a lot more of the standard gameplay that you'll see on some of these big maps. So gonna be interesting to see how it all works out. Neither of the teams have like one of those super annoying objective poke heroes either, like Junkrat, Chromie, etc. No, Chromie was banned. Stukov, yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, but Diva can still get a lot of value on this map with those point control bombs as well. Speaking of Diva, we have Megan 420 playing her on the left-hand side in the blue trunks for Better Than Bots. That's how these intros normally go. Dr. Evil 12 playing Sylvanas. Crafty Trent playing his signature Lucio. Evil Otto is playing the worst designed hero in the game on Samuro. And, where'd you go? 5 Aces is playing It's Gonna Be May.
And on the right side of the map, in the red trunks, it is Bronze6 again, with Kira playing the Genji again. CRT playing the Tychus again. Danny playing the Johanna again. Juji on the Rel, and Ferret102 on the Malfurion.
And because we have the correct UI this time, not only do we have the better interface for just looking at things, we also get the privilege of seeing the button cooldowns, as there is an immediate engagement into the top lane using that Sylvanas, which was scouted actually by the numbers of Bronze6. They're responding very quickly to this, not even getting all of the top port there.
Yep, but with the speed boost to the Lucio, they should be able to escape nicely. Going to force the Gladiator's Medallion, which cooldown, again, you can see at the top left. Thank you very much, Ali, for enabling that. And, yeah, that'll be up in, 5 more minutes.
Assuming Dr. Evil doesn't die here, I still think that this benefits Better Than Bots because they had Diva there the entire time, so they are up 1 minion wave in XP entirely.
Yep, Tychus is
gonna pick
going
one
to get
globe.
1 globe. Yep, 1 globe, so 5/6 of a minion wave, which is a very significant amount of XP early on. It's about 250 kind of range, so...
And Evil Otto is going to finish out that tower, although Bronze6 are much quicker at starting on their camp than Better Than Bots are.
Yeah, and the camp clear... I was going to say the camp take for Bronze6 is a lot better. Then I see it's Genji and Malfurion on it, so I'll retract my previous statement. Both these teams are going to be working for a while to pick up these camps, but as the other members just soak it out.
For a healer, Lucio, even for a healer, he doesn't provide a lot of fast clear, but with the smooth moves on level 1 and just being able to put out the heal boost over time, he takes very little damage in taking these camps.
Yep, everybody nice and topped up leaving those camps, albeit Dr. Evil's mana bar a little worse for wear, as yeah, looks like standard rotations coming out. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on. Ooh, Crafty Trent does get locked down just a little bit by the roots, which have been on point so far from Ferret. So I'll have to see if those can get translated into kills down the line.
Genji going into that same deflect on level 4 talent, getting that extra active that you can use after deflecting a sufficient amount of damage. Sylvanas is picking up the possession, allowing them to push in the mid lane just a little bit harder there, and still 2 heroes holding on the side of Bronze6.
Yeah, we do get the bigger they are on Tychus, and I think it's Strangling Vines that were picked up, which I actually think is a fairly interesting choice.
That is, yeah, the heal cut.
Yeah, heal cut.
I think it's the most common after the Treant talent.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at that. So, in the other lanes,
CRT is really pushing Megan pretty hard, already forcing them to have to pull back as the objective is coming, which is really not ideal for better than bots.
Yep, and we do have the long, like, teams don't take the objective for a very long time on this map, so do have that capability. Dr. Evil takes a little bit of minigun damage and a little bit of grenade damage.
And then he's going to get a little bit of well healing, so forcing that tap is pretty good for the members of Bronze6, but it's not too bad for them to have to use, although dealing all that damage is going to allow Bronze6 to get the initial channel in lieu of not yet picking up their null camp.
Yep, however, with the slow-ish clear speed, although it's been accelerated a little bit, Crafty Trent and Dr. Evil going to have to hurry if they want to be able to contest this objective, which it doesn't really seem like they're going to do. 5 aces down here in the bottom lane. Evil Alto still chilling in the top lane, so yeah, not a lot of... No contests coming out here, and Bronze6 will pick up first objective.
Yep. A little bit of an interaction between Kira and Dr. Evil is going to find almost no meaningful damage done on either side. Juji able to back out as well, and this is just a relatively calm start to this second game here.
Not too uncommon for Alterac Pass. Can have a lot of passive starts just because the objective does not force your hand quite as much as some other maps. So,
thank you for the follows. Here. I will not be able to see who that is until quieter time in the game, but I appreciate it nonetheless, as we have a big rotation into the top lane for Bronze6, trying to find Evil Alto, and they do have the D available, and will get out of there with only minor damage, it looked like. Moderate damage. Amend that previous statement, as Crafty Trent is the next to arrive, but arriving on the far side and is a bit of a rough spot, but is now trying to just, you know, do the Reddit thing and bounce around and pull damage off of other targets.
Yep, and he does pull some of the damage off, only one tower going down in the top lane. Bottom lane's actually a little bit more troublesome, as the well is going down down there in the bottom lane, and even a little bit of fort damage here from all the pre-damage that was done by CRT, so not too much. No critical damage, of course, no major kills, or no kills whatsoever, so yeah, both teams working their ways towards level 10 after that objective phase.
Bros, that bro sauce versus Bronze6. I don't know how BTB are going to feel about that nickname. Both teams once again on their null camps, as this, similar to Hanamura, the camps are kind of the true objective on this map, although not to the same degree as on that other map, which is unfortunately banned out this series.
Strong sadness. Hanamura, definitely the spicy one of the pool. Both teams picking up level 10 within the same second, as I just saw 10 question marks up here at the top here, and nothing seems out of the ordinary as far as all the ults are concerned.
Nope, still holding on the side of Yrel, but I'd be very surprised to see a big shield coming out. Danny is going to find the damage into Crafty Trent, but barely hits the beat drop in time. Danny gets put onto the other side of the wall. Silence coming out onto Sylvanas. It is going to get secured by Kira. They do get an E reset, but not looking to use it right now.
Yep, first blood of the game, technically in favor of Bronze6 by roughly a quarter second, but immediately countered with that nice snowball cannon from Mei. CRT actually getting very low. Megan 420 took a micro missiles duel down and ended up a mech short, so another half kill for Bronze6 will push them just the slightest bit closer to level 13.
I don't think the 5 Aces and Crafty Trent by themselves ever get a kill in mid lane here on those two. Big Root is actually going to hit on the 5 Aces, but not going to find the follow-up, and Crafty Trent pops the healing well, gets himself nice and topped up as both teams are level 11 going into this objective. Dr. Evil finding some damage into CRT. Megan is going to have to remech as Kira is looking for a bit of an engage, just getting some of that good Genji poke and dash damage. But without that dash available, and I don't think they have cyber agility either, Kira's in a bit of a rough spot right now.
He's available in 1 second, so he does have that mobility up now. Cyber agility coming online in now. So Genji back with the full mobility is going to not tap up and instead just go in and deal some more damage to Megan 420.
A little bit of a miss up here coming for Better Than Bot. They could have had this channel going by now, but not getting it is going to allow Danny to not get the auto attack in time. So that is going to be channel going over in favor of Better Than Bots.
And Crafty Trent riding the walls, being a general nuisance to
they
anybody
need to leave, though, because they're about to engage into a 4 versus 5. Pretty decent beat drop coming up. Kira is low, but is going to start hitting those Dragon Blades, and that is a silence that is going to secure a kill out onto Mei. Trying to get some more kills done here. Juji jumping in. They do have the Ardent Defender as expected. Boot coming up from Crafty Trent is going to get the rest of the team out of there, but that whole time Samuro was in the top lane, and they got the rest of the wall, but that is definitely not worth the positioning that they gave up with that Mei kill.
Well, they have the chance to come back in here and recontest. They're still in the same talent tier. Here, Crafty Trent going to go ahead try and at least stall the timer, while Ferret's actually hearthing low on mana through this. Evil Alto back caps, so now both of them are going at the same time. A very rare occurrence here on this map. Dr. Evil going to be putting some pressure onto Kira as both of the camps are being secured. Blizzard comes out to interrupt Ferret. Now it's just ticking for Better Than Bots. Kira very low due to Megan 420, and with only 2 seconds left on the objective, Danny trying to make it happen, does get Snowball Cannon away, and that is objective for Bronze6, but what will it cost them? Nothing.
It will cost them -1 kills so far. Big Ardent Defender coming out, healing Juji up for quite a lot, and we hadn't mentioned it because I didn't even check for it previously, but Evil Alto going into the Blade Storm on level 10. I haven't seen it yet this game. It's actually going to serve them really well in pushing on this big map. It's just a huge opportunity cost at not being able to individually micro all of those illusions.
Yep, that is true. I think it might have been used for like wave clear from the top lane. It's got a short cooldown.
And it's really good for wave clear. Savannah's showing her value here, shutting down these towers, and Kira and Ferret, although they should never die here, they can't really de-push this at all either, especially with black arrows, meaning that they shouldn't be taking any tower shots.
Ferret does get frozen up. Blessed Shield not available to come out. Dr. Evil doing a great job. That's the second Dragon Blade that's been shut down due to a arrow, but the Blessed Shield, good lord. Blessed Shield comes through and gets a kill. Hector, I couldn't remember what a single thing was. I don't think I've played this game before.
I don't know that you have either. Evil Alto is trying and will barely get the top fort. There it is. Juji is almost completely out of mana and not going to be able to chase down Evil Alto. Evil Alto, though, could get chased down by Danny and especially by Kira here, and that is another beautiful E-reset coming up from Kira, which is going to transition nicely into this boss.
Yep, with 2 kills, it is basically free. No, don't worry, Ferret. Nobody saw that. As 3 members up here working on boss. Juji going to join in probably after the wave is cleared and CRT just going in and doing soaking. We don't have the melting point at level 7, which was the oldest reinstated talent that I've ever seen and that, you know, exists in the game. I always like to point that out. Please don't die. That would have been...
Oh my god, I wasn't even watching that boss because I assumed it would be completely uneventful. I did not expect Danny to get down that low. Juji going in for some almost completely inconsequential poke damage on the Crafty Trent, but it is doing damage to the minion wave, which is going to make it more difficult to clear this boss.
Yep. In the bottom lane, a counter boss has been taken by Better Than Bots, and it is going to push in a lane without a fort, while Evil Alto goes ahead and cleans up the boss in the top lane. And Samuro has pretty good boss take and boss clear, so that'll probably favor Better Than Bots if they can push up with this.
Crafty Trent is getting a big pushback. The members of Bronze 6 were pretty low, and slow, but not going to look for an engagement. Big black arrows, or wailing arrow, going to hit onto Juji here, who is going to get booped back into the stun, but just barely hits the trinket in time, and will be able to get on out of there. Does have to pop the Ardent Defender, though. That's a big cooldown for not a lot of gain.
Yeah, that was the... I got a little scared and popped the R button. Now the rotation is down onto the bottom lane. Crafty Trent guiding the rotation with the speed boost, but a good kill there prevents the engagement as both bosses are cleared. But there's a fort advantage here for better than bots.
Yeah, and with the power of Evil Alto on that Samurai, gonna maybe get the initial channel. Just, oh my god, Juji going with the fancy jump instead of the auto attack is gonna allow 4 seconds of channel. Probably not gonna make a difference, but we already saw the difference maker earlier with that back cap. So, what do we know? Evil Alto in a bit of a weird spot, trying to get on out of there and get stuck in the mud. Going back in to get some damage out onto Ferret, and is very low and without a Q, I believe. Oh my god, the boot coming up from CRT is going to mean that Evil Alto gets out for just a second, but is going to be killed. Little bit of hubris there, trying to poke out onto Ferret.
Yeah, that is kind of the smart thing. Kind of get immune to how strong, or getting caught out. Dragonblade going to be committed to this fight. 4-man snowball cannon isn't going to result in any kills, but it's also going to deny all of the ults that Bronze6 invested into this fight. And Sylvanas the whole time has been pushing in the mid lane. Drops the black arrows with this and goes in.
Yeah, and this is allowing time for the Samurai to get back up and recontest in this fight. Actually, he's still got 12 seconds, what am I saying? It does give time for the bomb to get dropped, which might give them the opportunity to recontest this. Never mind, once again. Sylvanas coming in from the back, hitting out onto another pretty big wailing arrow, and is going to not quite survive off of the back of the Banshees.
Yep, Megan 420 gonna go ahead, take a brunt of the damage. Ultimate's coming online again in just about 10 seconds with the Blessed Shield. Could be a big point in this fight if it doesn't turn in Bronze6's favor already. Roots from Fair have been large. As the contest comes back in, CRT with the Blessed Shield is available, or Danny rather, with it is available. Megan 420 loses the mech again. Blessed Shield comes out. Nice boot by Crafty Trent to keep everybody alive. Evil Alto gonna weasel around the back. Megan 420 so low to the Genji. One auto attack is not enough. Escapes with 18 HP. And during the whole time, the camp was denied, or the objective was denied, so this is still going.
Yeah, I think that was actually the
down.
really uncommon case of Kira losing vision, and so that auto attack not landing because they lost sight. Juji is going to jump in and find the stun on onto 5 aces. There is a beat drop available from Crafty Trent. There's still 10 seconds left. There goes the beat drop, and it's ticking down. It's going to be difficult for Better Than Bots to try and regain this. Malfurion getting the stun. Kira is going to look for one, but Crafty Trent does get the reverse channel. Juji jumping onto Evil Alto, and this team fight has been going on for like 3 consecutive minutes.
Yeah, I mean, we're about to see another Blessed Shield, or at least it's off cooldown again if needed. Nice Wailing Arrow knocks Kira out of Deflect and allows the Lucio Sylvanas combo to finish getting the kills, and Better Than Bots is going to be able to get a full channel and have a 5v3 for this entire time. So this should almost certainly be an objective.
So it's pretty... I'm incredibly biased. Lucio is like my favorite healer and is amazing to watch, but I really do feel like the late game Lucio, once you pick up the... oh man, talent name is eluding me. Up the frequency, really allowing them to just sustain these team fights for an incredibly long time with the cooldown reduction on auto attacks for the up the frequency. A lot of damage, Blessed Shield coming in, but that's actually going to be Bronze6 walking out of here. Diva Bomb gets popped, and that should be objective going over in favor of Better Than Bots with 20 advantage.
Yeah, they've picked up level 20 now. Level 20 should be here for Bronze6. Not too long from now, probably right as the objective pushes up. So, not too much of a deficit. The invade is coming down. It's costing Megan a whole bunch of health. This is going to get DMAC 4-man snowball cannon. That is going to isolate out Juji. The Ardent Defender is available, so that should be popped if they get low, and they do. Tychus and the rest of the ultimates are getting popped here. Now Bronze6 taking a nice fight here as Samura goes down first. Evil 5 aces in a bunch of trouble. No mana, no cooldowns. Is trying to get out and does get the speed boost of the objective and is going to be able to make it out, but that's going to basically neuter the push power of Better Than Bots here.
Yeah, they're going to get a little bit of damage out onto the bottom, might get a little bit of damage in top lane, but I say it all the time, that is the hardest camp in the entire game to try and invade. And Better Than Bots, they had an advantage, but they had Samura out, so they were not there at the start of that fight. And even up 20, taking an even fight in that terrible fighting area allowed Bronze6 to completely neuter, as you said, the power of that entire objective. And now it's basically, I mean, it's not even. There's still a 2-fort advantage for Better Than Bots, but it's a lot more even than it should have been.
Yeah, and with the kill advantage being...
This had better be a defensive boss play coming up from Better Than Bots.
Yeah, I think both
Megan, though,
teams
going in, and Juji could probably turn around and put some damage into D.Va here.
Yeah, that is the case here. D.Va's booster's not available. Beat drop is going to come out, is not short cooldown. We do have House Party for the Lucio, but that is a full kill there for Bronze6. Tychus is going to get Snowball Cannon in, takes a bunch of damage. CRT going to go down. The Twilight Dream not enough to save Farrah, and all of a sudden this is turning in hugely for Better Than Bots as they get 4 kills and Sylvanas is alive to push.
It looks like a little bit of confusion on what the call is from here. Several people heading towards boss, several people trying to chase down Juji. Looks like they are just going to clear bottom and then go for bottom boss. Right as the objective is starting to come down. Trent is dueling Juji, which is the thing you get to do as a high-level Lucio. Just the smooth moves and the up the frequency, and House Party even providing all of that extra heal value.
Yeah, House Party is a one of the 2 premier Lucio level 20s, the other being the Bossa Nova, that allows you to drop the beat every half minute.
And we do not talk about the other 2 talents, they don't even exist.
No, absolutely not. Especially the other ult that definitely doesn't exist.
Yeah. High Five, not a talent. Any talent that has less than 5% global popularity doesn't even exist.
Yeah, that is true facts here. Samara gonna head stall up the objective while the remaining members of Better Than Bots are looking to take the boss in the top lane. And the 2 mobile heroes down here by the objective can just go ahead and escape.
This boss is going to take the keep. They completely left it behind to get the faster deny and channel onto the objective. But that means that top boss is going to get taken eventually. These 3 together are not particularly quick at it. Come on, Trent, get on the wall. Get that healing and armor. There you go.
That is true. Even does a little push off to get the extra damage through. So top boss is taken. They'll have to speed their way down. Probably about 20 seconds left on the timer by the time they get here. As all of Bronze6 chasing Evil Alto does go ahead and swap back to the mid lane and kind of stealth his way out. Here are going to catch him though, and I think this might be the end of Evil Alto unless there's some intervention from Crafty Trent.
He had it available, just barely too slow on popping it. Big silence is going to hit out onto Mei with, I think that is the increased duration. It is. But still able to get on there. Juji is on the chase, but not going to find a kill. Top boss is, if left uncontested, probably going to get top keep as well. Juji is going back to clear some of the damage out in the mid lane, and Kira is able to get out just barely before the Wailing Arrow hits. But with Juji showing in the bottom lane, they can try to make a fight here, and that is Tychus stuck, rooting himself. Technically unstoppable, but still rooted during the channel time for Odin for a very long time. Gonna go down, and because you've got a Lucio, you can chase almost any fight.
Snowball Cannon probably coming out as Mei's positioning behind the enemy team. Might just use it to peel everybody out. No kills found with the Dragon Blade. Now all the ultimates are down. Juji taken out in this fight. Dr. Evil getting very low. Kira trying to extend the Dragon Blade duration with the Dragon Becomes Man. It does secure a kill. Megan gonna go ahead and channel the objective. Boss now dealing more core damage. Is down to about 20% health, and the objective coming through. Kira taken out on the far right side of the map. This is going crazy, and Bronze6 is losing control of this game.
They do get the objective back over in their favor, but they're fighting down heroes, and I mean, Lucio's incredible, but he's actually pretty low on mana. He's maybe got 1 more amp it up, but that is all you need when you get Malfurion down this speed. There we go.
Inner Lucio shot calling
But
coming
with
out.
4 kills down and 2 lanes pushed already, what are Better Than Bots going to do? And it looks like they're not even sure themselves. Megan's in the top lane. 5 Aces, Evil Alto in the mid lane. It looks like they're just going to try and push to end, and I think that's the call.
This.
They definitely
They can end this. They so can. They've taken the mid keep. There's no, nothing left here to keep the core alive. Beatrot comes out to sustain the members of Better Than Bots, and they take game number 2 against Bronze6. And we're going to a decider match here.
You'd love to see it, unless you're a member or fan of Bronze6. Bronze6 now losing only their 3rd game of the entire season.
Yep. That is, yeah, I mean, that was on their map pick, too. I think they really wanted the Vikings, and Better Than Bots hard out-drafted them. I tell you what, that was... I've watched 3... I've been a part of a couple Better Than Bots games, and I've watched a couple of their maps, and that was the best I've seen them play. They definitely had a very dynamic play style there. They were very clear in their plans. They shut down Kira a lot more. Without Sylvanas, Dr. Evil gets tons of props for all the wailing arrows that confirm kills onto an overextended Genji, who relied on abilities to stay alive.
Look at the damage numbers in that game, though. Oh my gosh, that is so much Tychus and Genji damage.
It is. It really is. But, yeah, and Crafty Trent setting it all up with Lucio engages, as we have been promised.
So, over-under on Lucio getting banned out game 3.
I'll give it the over. This also has playoff implications, as now Better Than Bots, very importantly, with a domination, they can control their destiny, I believe. They've got another match, I believe. I'm running to the... Yes, they have another match against Phoenix Rising Emerald. If they go and 2-0 Phoenix Rising Emerald, they will have sole possession of the 3 seed until Uwu's match against Bronze6. So, I guess I don't entirely control, but it's very important.
With Bronze6 having dropped a map, we, as Lurk Patrol, can now drop a map in our series versus Cosmos, and if we still win 2-1 or 2-0, we will clinch the number 1 seed for the division.
That is true. The top half of the playoff picture coming into focus a little bit here in B West. Bottom section actually still very much up in the air from the 6 to 9 range. So make sure to check out some of those matches later in the week. Those are going to be very interesting as well.
Yep. Tomorrow we will have our match versus Cosmos. Bronze6 versus Uwu is one of the bigger games this week, occurring on Wednesday, and then that Better Than Bots versus PRE game is going to be on Thursday. And PRE, I feel like at the start of this season was not a particularly threatening team, but they've definitely found their way through the middle part of the season. I would not be surprised at all if they end up making playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely agree there. With their roster pickups, they kind of had a little collapse of the original roster and went ahead, grabbed a few new people, and they've been doing fairly well since then, so I'm excited to watch them play. So lots of good B West matches pretty much every night this week.
Ewok Thor, thank you for the follow. I'm pretty sure you followed me before, Ewok Thor, but you know what? Welcome back. Always happy to have you. Megan420 deserves the win for having the best memes. Please elaborate, Miss Windup Bird, or if you have one, like drop a Discord link or something. I love memes. I'm in multiple Discord servers just to occasionally check their meme channels.
It's pretty good. You should make an aggregate memes channel, just so you can...
That's like entirely too much work. Ace, would you mind passing me the party lead so I can make the lobby? And you get to then guess where we're going.
Picked by Better Than Bots, so BOE.
You have won the prize. I don't know what the prize is quite yet, but you have won it.
It's almost like I've scouted Better Than Bots recently. I was like, nope, Volsk, done it. Towers, done it. BOE, that's the next one. Kiri recruited us off the street for the crack. Eyes. So we're here on BOE, and we have a familiar relationship with Bronze6 on this map. Didn't play against Better Than Bots here. We played a long game against Bronze6 here.
I straight up remember nothing from this map.
Hector, you don't remember anything about any match?
That's true.
Like, within 30 minutes of the match ending.
I will give you that, but at the same time, I was feeling incredibly sick that night, so I didn't remember most of the night as it was happening.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll give you that. It was a very late match. So yeah, we're getting into this game now. All the teams are in. Everything's been assigned except for
Captains, probably.
Who gets captain for?
There we go.
Yeah.
Set captain. Danny was first one in here, so he gets captain for that team. Looks right to me.
First draft team.
It? Yes, we are.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So we are ready to go here on Battlefield of Eternity.
And you know what? If you got here part way through the series and wondering how we got to Battlefield of Eternity for game number 3, we've got you. The coin toss was won by Bronze6. They unsurprisingly chose to draft first hero. Better Than Bots banned out Infernal Shrines. Bronze6 banned out Towers of Doom. Better Than Bots banned out Brax's Holdout, and Bronze6 banned out Hanamura Temple, with Better Than Bots taking us to Volskaya for map number 1, which they lost in a somewhat convincing fashion. Bronze6 played... they played it like Hanamura, kind of, just taking all the camps all the times and never losing team fights. They lost 1 kill in the whole game. Game number 2 was played on Alterac Pass, picked by Bronze6, with Better Than Bots getting a more comfortable draft in that match, and frankly, it showed, especially during the later parts of the game. Winning that map and bringing us to game number 3 on Battlefield of Eternity, as picked by the losers of map 2, or the winners of map 2, rather. Better Than Bots.
Well done. Well done. Alright.
That's the whole reason, Sex Panda, to become a caster. It's like, yeah, there's enjoyment and, you know, being entertaining for other people, but really, it's scouting.
And the Twitch emotes.
Oh, actually, you're right. I became a caster to get Twitch emotes and then do scouting. You're correct.
I remember in the first couple seasons of NGS, like, people would get affiliate within, like, I don't know, a week or 2 of starting casting NGS, just because you'd just get in and there were so few casts that everybody would just watch a couple casts, hit the 50 followers, obliterated the 3 viewers. I mean, you have 10 a team usually. And then, yeah, yeah, it was pretty cool. So, yeah, NGS caster program, come a long way. We've got Lunar and Tychus bans coming out so far, so that's our first deviation here. No Diva Gazlo to start, and show me the Lucio ban.
I don't think that Diva Gazlo are quite as strong on this map. Like, yeah, winning the soul lane's important, but not quite as important. Actually, the Cho ban, so not respecting the Lucio enough to ban it in game number 3, even though they banned it game 1.
I'm kind of surprised that's not an Uther ban, to be real honest.
The Gaz ban?
Surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, same. But this is going to give them the opportunity to pick out the Golden Diva.
That is true. So Juji going ahead, picking up Diva first on this map.
I do think of the 2, Diva is probably better than Gazlo on this map, although... Just imagine a Gravel Bomb combo under your opponent's Immortal, or your Immortal for defense.
Ooh. There's a Lucio. And there's a Li Ming here. That is a pretty standard pickup for Megan. When Better Than Bots plays a Li Ming, it is almost always Megan 420 playing those, so pretty good. Ferret gonna go ahead and pick up the Tyrande. If you see Ferret often on the Uther and the Tyrande, definitely kind of his 2 signature heroes throughout the throughout the season. So,
I mean,
strong on the map.
Varian is not the world's strongest tank, but Charge Taunt into Lunar Flare with Hunter's Mark is an incredible opening combo to any team fight, especially if it hits out onto not a tank.
Yeah, and that's available every 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's really strong and consistent.
Yeah, very threatening to anybody who happens to get caught out that is not a tank with a good save.
Lucio's got a pretty good save.
Lucio does have a pretty good save. All you have to do is high-five him right on out of there.
Yep, give him that unstoppable, that teeny little heal. You're going to get your ally out of there and put yourself into an even worse position than you started in. Blizzard, please fix and or replace high-five all the Lucio players.
What about if Lucio got unstoppable during high-five?
I mean, it still puts you in a melee range with whatever combo is happening.
Yeah, it's true. May banned out, so we are going to see something different from Better Than Bots. Probably a Johanna, I would say here. And Chromie banned out for against Bronze6.
Gotta say, as much as I do like the Varian Tyrande combo, specifically against Better Than Bots, I think that a Diablo Tyrande combo would just be devastating for Better Than Bots' Lucio player.
Yeah, no,
Uh-oh. We had someone from Better Than Bots drop out of the lobby. I don't remember who because I'm terrible at names. It's Megan. Megan has dropped out.
What in tarnation? So, I have a theory that Samuro is not supposed to be picked up there.
Does it matter? Because it did get picked up.
It's too late. It is much too late for that. We think she may have DC'd. It is 9:21 Pacific in case we need to employ some rules, which would be unfortunate because this has been a good series. She lost power, so like 5 minutes. Retro. Ektar sub? Hold up.
Yeah,
I can play the Ming.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't even... This is not even revealing. I played Ming against Bronze6 on this map.
Yeah, so I mean, and as one of my 2 active subscribers, Kira is currently calling for you to sub in.
All right. Put me in, coach. I've got it.
That, or maybe we can call up Sailor Twift, I believe is the other one right now.
Yeah. There we go. So.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave the chat up right now because nothing else is happening, and these teams probably aren't too spicy. And oh my goodness, if you have not picked up the Altered Fates emote bundle, look at it. Just look at it.
Look at it. It's got everything. It's got everything. 4 of those 5 emotes are top tier.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know which team showed me this. I forget at this point. But whoever did is, I think, is Scrim Partners.
Yeah, I think it was PRD. Phoenix Rising Diamond.
Yeah.
Who I actually got a DM from them asking to set up more scrims in the future during this cast, so I've not had the opportunity to respond to them.
You? Hold on, I've been the point of contact for the entire time. Why are you getting the messages? Famous.
Board member, division moderator, more active in general in chat. I got nothing.
Ex-headcaster, ex-division moderator, ex-useful person in NGS. Excuse me.
Hey, you provide occasional You provide genuinely good feedback, like once a fortnight.
I'm the historian. I go, wow, we did this back in season 4, and everybody hated it. And they're like, okay, understandable. That's all I do in the NGS channels, is just be the Deckard Cain lore exposition.
Have you ever heard the story of Darth Cersei the Wise? It's not a story the admins would tell.
That is some old memes there. I like it though.
Yep.
So yeah, we
hydrate. Yo, I actually don't have a thing for that, so you can't make me. But you know what? I've got
You know what?
cucumber melon flavored sparkling water beverage with other natural flavors, and I will drink it, but not because you told me to.
I love the and other natural flavors. I'm gonna go get something to drink real fast.
Alrighty.
While we put this podcast on for an ad break, take a word from our sponsors that we don't have.
Oh man, no one should ever sponsor us though. Let's be honest.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We'd have to like question the sanity of anybody that went to sponsor us. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not even like we would be bad brand ambassadors, which admittedly we probably would be, but like, who actually wants us to talk about their product?
It'd be terrible. Why would that ever be a thing?
Genuinely could not tell you. So yeah, as we are currently waiting for one person to get back, I am going to put the stream on intermission so I can get another beverage, because I'm almost out of my cucumber melon flavored water, sparkling water beverage with other natural flavors. So thank you. We will be right back. And we're back from our brief intermission. Hopefully going to be finding out sooner rather than later what became of our good Li-Ming player, whose name I have already forgotten.
Megan420.
Thank you very much. That's why you're here.
No problem. That is why I'm here. I'm here to remember factual information and fill dead space. That would otherwise be, breaks and things like that.
We had a request from Velcomer to talk about the free agent night. Apparently there's a free agent night. I don't know anything at all about it. I don't even know that Velcomer is being genuine in the fact that a free agent night is coming up. But you know what? If you're interested in such events, keep an eye in the announcements channel, probably, and postings coming from Lulu, who is the head of the events committee and should be able to tell you all about such NGS related things that are not NGS, the main tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Valkymer runs, what are the training nights? What are they called, Ektar?
CCS Development Days.
CCS Development Days for some educational and learning things. And then the Free Agent Combine is something done in the off-season of NGS, which would be probably, 2 months from now, roughly, the turn of the new year, assuming we're all still around then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Mayan calendar didn't say we were going to all die at the end of 2020, but you know what?
It would be appropriate.
Maybe it was just a translation error.
Well, it feels like at this point.
But yeah, I'm actually a really big fan in theory of the CCS Development Days. I participated last week or the week before. with Valkymer himself, and we just did like a 50-minute talk on Infernal Shrines and how to play it. It's a fun event which is geared towards bronze, silver level players. So if you're interested, reach out to Valkymer, get on the CCS Discord, and find out when the next CCS development days is going to be, so you can sign up for any number of various things. They had some unranked draft games that they played with like 4 low-level people and then a higher-level coach, and then would do VOD reviews after the fact. They were doing some low-level scrims with 2 coaches, 1 for each team, just kind of watching and then providing feedback after the fact to both teams. And yeah, lots of good learning to happen. It's not an NGS event, so hopefully we're talking about something similar to what you were talking about, Valkymer, because otherwise I pinged you in Discord. Was this just now? It sure was.
Hold on, I get pinged in Discord.
Are you in the CCS server?
Curses. Maybe not.
Yes. So it looks like it's CCS free agent night, which it looks like it's pretty similar, and we're going to drop the link in the chat, because I can do that in my own stream. If you're interested in learning how to be a better gamer and you miss such events as the former Day 9 Daily, may he rest in peace, that content creating man, go ahead and click the link and sign up for the CCS free agent thing.
That is, you know what? Yeah. CCS free agent thing. Valkymer, valued member of our NGS community. Valkymer's mom, an even more valued member of our NGS community, though she might not even know it.
Big shout out to Valkymer's mom.
Oh, man.
Oh, I see, Valkymer. Your first official announcement post is going out tomorrow, so you wanted me to plug a thing that hadn't even been announced yet. I understand and have complied.
So this is like a leak. This is like when they announce something early as a special event. So congratulations, Ektar. You got to be the first hype of that.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Definitely leaking that information to the public.
Right from the source. Well, oh no.
Yeah, we're back on the between game screen, so people cannot see the chat, spicy though it is from time to time.
Yeah.
CCS Free Agent Night is designed to help introduce new players into NGS. That is awesome.
All right.
Megan has reconnected with...
just in the nick of time.
I'm technically -1 minutes.
Yeah.
But you know what? We want to get this match played. And
yeah.
B6 haven't said anything about it.
Yeah. B6 also, generous team with the time bank. Believe when we went against them, there was a total of 1 hour and 15 minutes of delays total. Made our cast time at 11:15 my time for starting. Match ended at past 12:30 here, which was exciting. So yeah, Megan 420 back in the lobby. Power went out for just a second. I had power out for 17 hours. Some people still have not gotten it back around here. Some of the rural areas of the state, but
Oklahoma, if you're wondering.
Thanks, Ektar.
Yep, doxed live on stream.
God, just got him. So, yeah, the problem. See, I demand people know the meteorological workings of the world.
They don't.
Or at least of the U.S.
They don't.
To identify locations. I was talking with someone today, and they're like, "Yeah, we had a really bad ice storm last night." And I'm like, "You're in Oklahoma or North Texas," and I was 100% right. So, it's a weird thing. I don't like it, but it works. It's kind of weird. So, teams getting situated, getting back into it. Now we're all bantering.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bullshit conversation. We have all 10 people in the lobby. We're just waiting to find out if we have all 10 people at their computers. We have the ready from Crafty Trent. We've not yet gotten the ready from Danny to get this match back started. We will be redrafting the same heroes and bands in the same order that we had previously, including the Samuro and someone else that got picked up right as Megan 420 drafted. Ace, if you wouldn't mind bringing up the VOD to verify we get the correct heroes in the correct order.
Yeah, absolutely. I do remember most of it, because it was the Lucio Ming and then Johanna Samuro.
Yeah.
We've got Diva trying to variant on the other side. But I have it just in case. Just because you asked.
I appreciate it.
I hope the teams would remember what they drafted, to be very honest.
And you know what? I did not set myself as a referee, so I can't actually tell them that they need to draft the same heroes. Hopefully they are fully addressed of that that rules stipulation. A lot of these picks and bans are going to look quite familiar as we are getting back into the draft for game number 3 with the correct scene and the correct overlay settings.
I was wondering if they forgot. It is Tychus, Gazlo, and Chromie as the bans for better than bots.
Okay.
So teams actually have had a lot of time to
That's
think about
actually
how they're
not
gonna...
the same hero they banned. They banned Cho and not Gall, but that's fine.
Invalid. Invalid. Bring it to the disciplinary or rules committee.
Fine.
That's great. So, yeah, they've had some time to figure out what the last pick should be. They've got CRT's pick and they've got Kira's pick. Kira has played Zeratul on this map, and it made our backline fear for their lives and have a heartbeat of 140 BPM for the next 2 days.
So this needs to be the Lucio pickup. Thank you very much.
What if they had different people pick them up so they could swap later?
That
as long as they
actually is not allowed. The same people have to draft the same heroes.
Darn. But it named here. Nuts. As long as they left the person who hadn't picked to not pick. Anyway,
Ooh, I wonder who they're gonna ban here.
I think Chromie's pretty strong in this position. No, I think Kel'Thuzad is a more dangerous pick here, so I think they'll ban. Oh no, they did go with Chromie.
Should have gone with your gut there.
Unfortunate. Was not thinking on my feet there. Did get this one right though. Got the Johanna pick up earlier, and the Samuro picked out of order. Johanna was picked first.
I mean,
that's it.
The crusade calls.
All right, we are back to the actual draft where we don't have, complete premeditated knowledge of events to follow, with CRT and Kira remaining. Kira having gone Genji twice already this series. Did you say it was CRT or Kira who played the Zeratul?
Well, you just said Kira played Genji twice, so it must be CRT.
My blades are yours.
They're going with three frontliners. And Hanzo.
You know,
that's interesting.
We were doing scrims immediately before this series, and we did a comp remarkably similar to what Bronze6 are doing.
It really is. Yeah.
So I mean, it worked, and I could definitely see with this degree of crowd control as well. I think that Bronze6 have a very powerful team composition for that team fighting, and it's going to be on the members of Better Than Bots to take the slower fights, to disengage, to not just get CC comboed unto death.
That is very true. Leorc is the final pickup.
I like it, especially after you get the spooky walk damage reduction on 13, yeah?
13, yes.
Yeah. I know there's another spooky walk on 16, but I have no idea what that one does.
Spooky walk more often with swing more often on 16. So when you spooky walk in and swing, it reduces the cooldown of spooky walk, and spooky walk reduces cooldown of swing. So they work together to just give you more abilities. So BOE race comp, I think definitely favors Better Than Bots. They've got Samuro and Li Ming. Li Ming, moderate tier. Samuro,
Hanzo,
great tier.
Depending on where you're standing, better or worse than Li Ming.
Yeah.
Farther away
on
definitely
average
favors
equal.
leaming. If you're able to get those scatter arrow hits in a little bit better. But definitely before 10, the races should go in favor of better than bots.
Yeah.
Sonya,
I'm a little worried.
Potentially Varian could go into C Smash or Twin Blains, but I'm really expecting to see a taunt pickup.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 3 frontliners, you could get away with it.
But if they don't go into the taunt, they don't have a great initiation CC outside of Hanzo Arrow or Leap.
Yeah.
So
I'm worried.
That's why I really expect to see the taunt.
We're not loading.
We are not loading particularly well. That is correct.
So that means we're waiting for somebody, and that might not be good.
Yeah. Let me just Alt-Tab real fast to check the rules again. I had it open and then closed it again. Because I don't know if the draft 10 minutes and the game 10 minutes are the same 10 minutes. We have started loading again, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I'm watching Megan 420's bar, though. I'm a little worried it'll stay. This is kind of the key point.
It hasn't moved.
So if anybody passes this point, then we know it's a DC again.
Yep.
And that might be... Oh, that was a move. Maybe just too few electrons going into that computer right now.
Pause time must not exceed 10 minutes per match per team.
A match includes all of it, so...
Yep, which means even if Megan 420 has disconnected, the match will either continue or Bronze6 could use their pause time. That's a thing that could happen in theory.
Well, I don't think it'll be needed.
Does not appear to be the case. And we have spawning for the last time tonight on the left-hand side in the blue trunks. They are better than bots, with Megan 420 just barely loading in on the Leeming, Dr. Evil playing the Leoric, Evolato playing the Samuro, Crafty Trent on his signature Lucio, and 5 Aces is playing Johanna.
And on the right side of the map, in the red trunks, we do have Bronze6 trying to avenge only their 3rd loss of the season. We've got Danny on Varian, CRT on Sonya, Ferret on Tyrande, Juiji on Diva, and Kira on Hanzo.
For those unfamiliar, Juji is also known as Smooji. You'll see him on that name in the chat. We do have a 4-person rotation into the top lane immediately. Going to use the Samuro clones to try and tank shots, although 5 Aces takes it initially, pops the Laws of Hope immediately, and they're just going to try and get some damage in onto the wall here, doing actually the exact same strategy they did last time, leaving Leo in the bot lane to try and make that XP differential work for him.
Crafty Trent takes a bunch of damage, has that armor cut by the Hunter's Mark of Tyrande, and does just barely escape with his life. And now with these alternate lane setups, better than bots just a little bit I would give him like the mental advantage for just causing Bronze6 to have to respond to that, even though it doesn't create a very material advantage besides the 3,000 health taken off the tower.
Yeah, but at the same time, an almost equal amount of health has been lost by the members of Better Than Bots, so I think that is actually the bigger deal here. Once again, popping the Laws of Hope to keep Johanna topped off. Crafty Trent using the push-off to slow Danny and Juji, who's going to hit with a pretty big Gleaming Orb, is going to try and walk out of there. Going into the Liquid Cooling, so able to pop the well every 50 seconds is very powerful.
It's an interesting way of calling that.
That's how you would say it in the military, which I formerly was.
Fair enough. CRT is forced to back early. Does have the did not even have the tap available, so that's a tap burn and a back already. So a little bit of XP missed and a half kill coming onto the Diva mech up here in the top lane. Worth about as much as a lane minion, but you know, it works.
Every lane minion counts. Lane minions sure matter.
Yep, especially on 2-lane maps. 5 Aces is going to go ahead, pop the medallion. Did not, in fact, want to burn the iron skin for that little strange of a decision. Maybe it just barely popped up by the time I clicked on him, but is going to pull back. And this aggression from Crafty Trent going to have to subside once taunt gets picked up. Can't say it won't happen at all, but it will have to be it'll definitely be a check.
Yes. Checking the bot lane real fast. Pretty even between Dr. Evil and CRT, although the level 4 is getting picked up. You'd think that it's going to slightly go in favor of their... Actually gets the the life drain and is going to force CRT to back away again.
CRT's getting shoved out of lane. I wonder if they need to rotate D.Va down into the bottom lane. They do have that flexibility here. So...
And it is going to be a taunt. No surprise there.
Absolutely none. Juji feigns throwing the bomb in, but does decide to back on out. So top camp actually going to be picked up for Better Than Bots, but I think more importantly, the Bruiser camp picked up for Bronze6.
True, but Bronze6 is a lot slower into this, so it'll give the first opportunity to put damage in to Better Than Bots.
That is very true. Crafty Trent can go ahead and push off for a little extra damage there. He's not going to have it available though, so does need to mind the positioning a little bit. Taunt is used onto Johanna for only a loss of auto attack DPS, and now Immortals are going to go into race positions. BTB ahead by about 6,000.
It looked like Danny was trying to pull Johanna into... Oh, Crafty Trent's going to get taunted. Just barely pushes off in time. But that is a huge amount of damage coming into Yorick, actually. The D.Va Bomb is even going to come out, going to force the members of Better Than Bots back, and that is first kill of the game going over in favor of Bronze6.
Now the key to... one of the keys to Better Than Bots' success last game, Crafty Trent does go ahead and get taunted, but nothing comes of it. Juji actually gets very low to the Ming. Ming's going to get a reset, and Taranda's going to go down as well. This 4v5 all of a sudden turns in the favor of Better Than Bots. I did not expect that at all. Crafty Trent going to go ahead and chase down a D.Va, and that's 3 kills over for Better Than Bots. And the Immortal gets taken as well.
Yeah, that was a really surprising teamfight, in my opinion, because I don't think that the members of Better Than Bots have a great early game comp, but maybe just a little bit better of an early game comp than their opponents. The Bruiser's power really comes online when they get those level 10s, but normally you think of Varian as being an incredible powerhouse in the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Moral picked up in the bottom lane here. Samura splitting up into the top lane, so deviation of the lane arrangement when it does just by circumstance there, because Dr. Evil is putting a hurt on the CRT up in the top. So with the Immortal getting low, well and out seems to be the call.
Yeah, really good Lunar Flare hitting out onto 3, maybe 4 members, which is preventing the follow-up for the members of Better Than Bots. Crafty Trent is still pretty in there. Almost gets the kill out onto Ferret. Taunt going under the Dr. Evil. And that is going to be the fort going down. Kira's in a rough spot. Is going to Shimada Privilege on over to a closer to safe spot, but that is going to be a 1-for-1 trade going over neither team really in favor, but Crafty Trent able to scoot everyone on out of there relatively quickly.
I'm really surprised they got the fort. I called well and out just because I'm like, yeah, we're not going to, they're not going to be too aggressive. They cannot take the spot of camp.
They certainly cannot.
Yeah, they ended up parlaying that into a nice set of kills that worked out quite well and got them the bottom fort too with the
Trent, they see you there.
Yeah, owl persistence of vision is good.
Yeah. Ooh, a bit of engagement coming out from Evil Auto trying to find some damage into Kira. Not going to find anything particularly amazing. Yeah, actually full scatter build coming out from Hanzo, which I actually don't see full scatter build coming out very often on any other map than this one. But only 5 stacks, not doing particularly well at that. A bomb engage coming out from D.Va, but Trent is able to boop it back to get themselves into safety. Everyone else kind of splits away, so not a whole lot of value coming out from that D.Va bomb.
Yeah, it did some structure damage, but that kind of looked like they were trying to go for a zone engage, where they force somebody forward, but members of Better Than Bots did a great job of splitting off to the side and getting that to work out.
I don't know if I mentioned, but it is full orb build coming out from Li Ming.
That is slightly surprising. I don't mind against this comp. Level 10 actually picked up. Crafty Trent is going after Kira down there. Ferret's going to have to provide some protection and does so in the Lunar Flare. Taunt's coming in as well. There's not enough damage to make it happen. Beat Drop comes out as well as a response. They're trying to find a kill at these level 10s. Dr. Evil going to drop the walling off Entomb. Ferret and Juji now in a really bad spot. Dr. Evil though taken out. D.Va Mech is down. Ferret is down. 1.5 kills to 1 so far. A good trade, but not quite the trade you want to see up your level 10s. Maybe make it 2 gets taken out, but they're so low, but they're escaping, Ektar.
I I noticed this subconsciously, but didn't notice it enough to comment on it last game. Crafty Trent going into not reverse amp on 7, actually going into the shield on Boop, which is an even more aggressive talent, but at the same time, not be able to give that combined speed slow is just... It's one of the most powerful things Lucio can do.
Yeah, it was so powerful they could probably make it an ultimate to replace High Five with.
Haha! CRT in a bit of a rough spot, actually. Is going to pop the Wrath, but had already taken some pretty decent damage. Is spinning to win on Crafty Trent. Evil Otto in the back trying to be disruptive. Sonya is going to try and get on out of there, but she still has a lot of Wrath available.
Yep, that is the case. Is now it looks like Bronze6 is going to make an aggressive play. CRT in a bunch of trouble, but so is Crafty Trent. They're both going to be taken out, but that has to favor Bronze6 as a healer is a very important part of this composition. Evil also going to go ahead, Blade Storm through, but without the sustain, Better Than Bots are going to have to back out as the Immortals go to halftime in favor of BTB.
Yep, Danny does find the Evil Onto correctly, taunts the Johanna instead after the clones come out. Juji is in the back line, but deciding they're not going to be able to actually chase the members of Better Than Bots down. Evil Alto is skulking around, trying to find the damage into the Immortal. Only 5,000 hit points remaining, but the big Diva Bomb combo heading out onto 7th Aces. Crafty Trent tries to get down Mr. President, his tank player, does so, but they're going to go down anyway. Evil Alto trying to escape. Crafty Trent with a big beat drop is going to save themselves and Evil Alto. But with that tank down, it is going to be difficult for BTB to try and force the rest of this damage in.
Yeah, well, they do have a lot of time, or at least a decent amount of time, to be able to try and do something, as they had a 15,000 health lead on the Immortal. But yeah, I wish they played that just a little bit slower. I think they tried to force on the Immortal when they had such a lead and didn't really need to. Oh, Megan gonna go ahead and get hit by the Lunar Flare. Quest almost done, but that was enough to make the kill happen. Entomb walls everybody else out, so that way Evil Alto and Group can try and clean up the last 1,000 health of this Immortal. How many members will it cost Better Than Bots? The answer is none further at this point, and that's a good, healthy Immortal for BTB.
Yeah, rest in peace Regen Globes, though not getting picked up by either team. Ferret is trying to chase down Dr. Evil, is going to find it with that Lunar Flare, a kill, and full-on stacks just then.
That's a fast clear onto the Lunar Blaze. He's been stacking that up well on the Samuro clones, actually, throughout most of this game. So, good attention to detail there to try and make it happen. CRT's kind of just being a menace in the backline, but now that Megan 420 showed up, CRT is very much invulnerable again. Dragon's Arrow used to peel, and it will get CRT out. No! Dr. Evil resurrects in place and drops the Entomb just in time. Danny now going to be the target of the focus. And, wow, very nice job by Dr. Evil, and that'll secure the kill and top 4.
Yeah, things going pretty much exactly as you want if you are a Better Than Bots fan. Gonna get basically no damage into that keep, but getting both of the first 2 forces of the game. Going on in the bottom lane, Evil Alto and Dr. Evil trying to chase Juji down is going to be able to boost her on out of there. Misses with the Limp Bucket, but really that's just free damage as Juji is going to have to hit that 1 key to eventually heal themselves back up. 5 Aces is trying to take this camp all by themselves, and that is not going to go well for them as 3 members rotate in for Bronze6. Megan challenging almost a little bit too long, but Danny does not get the taunt. But unfortunately for Better Than Bots, that is a camp getting taken over by Bronze6 with a really aggressively timed invade.
Yep, for sure. And this is an important part. Varian now has a Shattering Throw, so Johanna practically doesn't have a D key anymore. And it can be used to burn off a bunch of damage of a beat drop, so it can not save somebody in some cases. Nice push off there by Crafty Trent is actually going to create an engage onto the Diva mech, but as a result, Johanna will be taken out, and Crafty Trent's going to have to boost on out of there, so that's top 4 taken out by Bronze6 up here in the top lane.
Yeah, Crafty Trent, for as fun and aggressive as his Lucio play has been, the beat drops in several cases just being a little bit too slow. Crafty Trent is going to get caught by that Lunar Flare, but Danny did not believe and so was not in there for the taunt.
Huh. Yep. We do have full D-Matrix build coming out for Diva, which is not what we see usually. It's pretty powerful. It's not the most powerful build, but it does have certain uses that can be quite powerful. So it comes online at level 16 when you get that big D-Matrix. I mean, it makes it huge. So that's going to be the important time for it to come online, but an interesting note there.
Yeah, another mention with the Shattering Throw that has good synergy for them over compared to Lucio's level 7, giving them the shield every time they hit Q targets, heroes or non-hero targets. And, you know, just being able to rip off more shield damage is always what you want as a variant player. Leo going in and is going to barely survive, using the Entomb only as a wall and not as an engage, is very low, but there's a lot of buttons pressed for the members of Bronze 6. Hanzo is just getting here now to try and get that damage. 16's picked up from both sides, and it looks like both teams are kind of gentlemen's disagreeing to back up a little bit.
Yeah, Bronze 6 wanted to leave because they were down level 16, and Better Than Bots wanted to leave because they were down more health. So both teams back out. It looked like Hanzo wanted to go for the arrow as he was backing up, but opted not to, and instead we have defensive positions on the Immortal that will let Li Ming create some poke damage, as well as Hanzo.
It's also going to allow time for Leoric to go sneak off into the top lane and get some clear there. The Samuro clone's doing a little bit of that as well, but he's not going to have to leave. Big taunt coming into Li Ming with the follow-up stun into death. Are the members of Better Than Bots able to find a counter kill? Evil Otto is in there. Crafty Trent is trying to find some aggressive positioning as well, but actually not doing a lot of hero damage, putting a lot of it into the Immortals instead. There is the really oversized, overcompensating, some might say, D-Matrix. But is Better Than Bots on the defensive now. Big Entomb is going to hit on several, but that's a taunt coming into Lucio. Dr. Evil is going to be the next to fall. And it's still 7 seconds off of the beat drop, and the members of Better Than Bots should be in full retreat mode.
Yep, and they mostly are, besides for a little redditing on the Lucio and Evil Alto doing some Muro things, trying to look for Ferret and see if he can find the kill that he's been looking for most of this team fight, but will not end up finding it. So Immortal goes over half shield for Bronze 6 as they pick up their first objective of this game, but it's got to go push through all of bottom lane.
Yeah, but it's got a pretty large-sized shield to go with it, so it'll get through that fort no problem. It's just how much damage can they get into the keep area.
Right. That's a big part, is you might only see it get through like the keep wall here. So defense starting out here for Better Than Bots as an arrow lands. Long stun here. Nobody ends up getting followed up off the 2-second stun of the dragon arrow, but this fort is going down fast.
It is, but the shield falling almost equally quickly. 5 aces did get taunted, but really very little damage got put into them. Beat drop got popped a little bit prematurely. Evil Alto is way in the backline trying to find some damage into Kira. Does not end up getting taunted there. Crafty Trent is way out in front, but this Immortal is getting close to death, but so actually is the Samuro, just barely dodging the... oh, that is not the path they wanted to take, and that is going to be death for Evil Alto, and only getting a little bit of damage into the wall and the top tower.
Yeah, it's not too much damage, and with the kills that Bronze 6 has collected, they do have about a half-level lead towards level 20. With some diligent soaking, I think both teams can reach level 20 by the time, especially if they can pick up a half kill or full kill off of Diva. Mech does go down, Juji does go down entirely. Now it's a 4v3 in the bottom lane. Blessed Shield comes through. 4-5 aces. Danny in a bunch of trouble. He's protected, by the way, is down, and he's going to be Lucio blocked all the way to hell and back. And that'll be 2 kills for Better Than Bots, essentially eliminating the XP differential that exists in this game.
Yeah, on this episode... Oh, the counter kill into Megan, though?
The counter
kill onto Kira, though. Crafty Trent 5 aces looking for another one, but Ferret is going to use that 5-minute cooldown to keep themselves alive. Ferret, although stepping up, is going to get found by Trent, who can't slow Ferret down for some strange reason, and should allow Tyrande to get on out of there.
It is my favorite thing when all the DPS die and everyone's like, I'm doing the best I can to try and get kills, but it takes so long to do things. Dr. Evil and CRT chilling up in the top lane. Thought an Entomb was possibly going to come out in the 2v1 situation. As 5 Aces now comes in, and I thought that was going to be a flank engage too, but apparently not.
I like these trickle not deaths, but trickle non-committal engages.
That is very accurate here. Samura going to take the top camp as Immortals spawn, and level 20s are picked up for both sides.
And Bronze6 is actually taking their Bruiser camp. They have 3 members on it, where there are 3 members actually racing on the side of Better Than Bots. I think in a way this actually favors Bronze6 because it will never be in a better race position for Bronze6. However, it looks like the call has come out for CRT, and he's going to get engaged upon in a very large way. They do pop the Ignore Pains. They're not taking a lot of damage and actually missing on the Buried Alive as well. CRT is going to fall. A big arrow, but nothing to do with it, so it's going to be interesting. Better Than Bots now have a very significant advantage. I think that the members of Bronze6 just want to try and force the rest of this race out. Big stun coming out onto Crafty Trent is not even popping the beat drop until just this very moment. Big stun combo with the Radiating Faith hitting, actually not even Radiating Faith, just the Bless Shield hitting out into several members, but not able to follow up onto it quite yet.
Yep. Now Better Than Bots forced into one of those defense burn scenarios where they need to play defense with 4 members and take a clean 4v4, while Samura goes ahead and burns out the top lane. Bruisers are pushing with a large minion wave in the top. There is a catapult to try and assist against that. Danny, though, taken out in the bottom lane. Kira looking for a flank engage. Does not find one. He might try and poke out Evil Alto, but the other members of Better Than Bots are here to defend, and that is a Entomb on a Juji. Can't boosters out until after the Entomb ends, and it doesn't come out. D-Matrix trying to buy enough time for them to come off cooldown, and dies just during it. Deleted immediately. The arrow is not in time again, and Better Than Bots looking strong here. As they have a quarter health Immortal and a 2-player advantage.
Crafty Trent is going back relatively low on mana. Looks like they're going to try and tap and then come into the bottom lane. If this gets identified by Bronze6, this is a lot of time where they can just do damage into this without their opponents really being able to do anything back. CRT has already gone on board, popping Wrath of the Berserker, and Li Ming is actually not even close yet, just barely getting mounted, it looks like. So this Immortal has already lost its shield. The keep is still likely to go down here. Big Entomb comes out onto CRT, but they're actually able to walk out of it. So not finding the damage they're looking for. Evil Auto is actually going to go down. Yes, they are. Big damage going into Leoric as well, as they find themselves on the wrong side of this keep, and they're just going to walk on over. Didn't quite make the disrespect loop out onto the Hall of Storms, but that is the keep going down, and the members of Better Than Bots have not left yet, and that worries me, actually. Because something like that could happen. And something like exactly that happened. The Narrow is coming in, it hits out onto Johanna, not narrowly missing. 5 Aces is not going to get sped out of there, as that is the huge taunt coming out. And it looks like 5 Aces is the next to go down. Crafty Trent, the only person alive. Better Than Bots might just be able to push in for the end here? No.
Yeah, I think Bronze6 can do it. They can push through
They
the top
can make
and
the
then
attempt for sure.
They can. There's no DPS. Well, Samura's coming up soon. They've got Leoric with Buried Alive. It would be a close core race.
I think they can make the attempt, and Crafty Trent has to not get taunted.
Yeah, they're going in. Wrath of the Berserker is up. Dr. Evil can drop an Entomb with a Silence. Now that Samuro is back. 5v3 here on the core with the frozen orbs that can do things. Barrett 102 in a bunch of trouble. Leo gonna go ahead, zone out everybody with the Buried Alive. Barrett's still alive on the core. Sonya doing a lot of damage as the core falls to 61%. Is going down. Beat drop comes out from Crafty Trent. 1 kill onto Judy is there. Barrett out of mana, out of health, is going to be taken out. Core at 25%. Li Ming is up, trying to make it happen. 9%. Core is going down. 4%. Danny, the only one left on core, protected, by the way, 298 health. Game 3, over to Bronze6. Whew. That was exciting.
That was a hell of a way to end that game. Bronze6, Oh man, making something from nothing. Shout out to original StarCraft cheats there, but really well done in the end. Finding just a couple too many picks in the late game. Oh man, you gotta be kicking yourself if you're Bronze 6 right now. They had such a dominating position for most of that game, and just one too many trickle deaths meant that Bronze 6 with sub 300 hit points, with protection and a dream, Danny getting the kill on that core.
That is something else. What a close set. From what I've seen, that is the closest set that Bronze 6 has had to play since week number 2. So very, very close there. Well done there. Let's talk to him, Ektar. Not for too long. It's been a while. It's been a long set with the disconnect and all that, but I'd love to get to talk to him. For more reasons than one.
Alright, so we're going to hop over to that Lurk Patrol Not At All server. We're already in the casting lobby. Let's go ahead and hop into our customary interview lobby. Alright. Should be getting Danny here in just a moment. There he is. Congratulations on your 2-1 victory.
That was a close game.
Little close there.
The power of parry. Oh, that was a really good series that they played, and Discord went ham when I hit my last auto attack.
That is one of the closest core races I've ever seen, because all of it, if Better Than Bots just wipes everyone and gets, clears top lane once, you're dead. There's no way you defend again.
Yeah.
But that was an incredibly shrewd call, because people were starting to get ready to come up, and you're like, we got the kills, just go for the core.
Well, what secured it was the Hanzo threw his arrow and stunned the Johanna, which just staggered them that much more. So it was a quick core call, and it was definitely a very tense, last 5 seconds. It was really fun. It was a hard loss either way. Like if it's a hard loss for them because they could have easily won, and if we lost, it would be a hard loss for us. It was a really good match.
All right, so I know it's been like forever and a day since then, but let's go back to map number 1, Volskaya Foundry. How do Bronze 6 feel about this map? It seems to have been going very well for y'all, as you have 6 Volskaya games played with a 100% win rate. So,
yeah, we're
quick disclaimer. We know we're coming into playoff season, and I realize the position that our two teams are in. You can opt to decline to reveal certain information as you wish. I want to be clear.
Well, as a B tier team, what I'll say is,
we've been advocating for you as hard as possible.
What I'll say is, you guys do a great job scouting. So the fact that you know that is going to say a lot. But no, Volskaya is a big comfort pick for us, just because we know the rotations. It's very mechanical. But I think we won that game due to the draft.
I'd agree.
I mean, look, when we went against y'all, we saw you go D-Shield, Uther, Dragon Blade, and wipe the floor with Cosmos repetitively. And I went, that's a pretty good draft. And you got it again this game, and I go, that's a pretty good draft. I bet this is going to go Bronze 6's way. And I did in a pretty big way.
I appreciate Better Than Bots' commitment to a draft, but they went like full on Tracer Abathur with Stim Drone into Johanna Uther.
Yeah, and then I think they had a Deathwing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they early picked Deathwing, and then you immediately followed up with Tychus Leoric, which are heroes that y'all play anyway. That felt like you were gonna pick them anyhow, and
now here's a trivia question for both of you guys. Can you clone the Deathwing?
You cannot.
Nope. Okay, all right. We were in chat saying, can you clone Deathwing? So no, that map is a comfort pick for us, and I think we secured it with a really good draft.
Yeah, it definitely the least close of the 3 games. It ended up, I think, 15-1 in kills. Mm-hmm. And I mean, y'all have been taking clean wins off of teams all season. That was just another day at the office for y'all. So let's go into game number 2, where things were not so smooth.
Yeah, they. That I
In
think
your
who
own
won
words, why did this game not go so smooth?
that? Samura. We got lazy and didn't notice if Samura was capping with his clone, and we just looked over, and that's. I mean, in my opinion, Samura won the game for us, and I lost it for us by not being able to get my E off on the Samura clone capping. That was it.
What makes you say that Samura won the game for you?
He was just really annoying. We haven't played a team this season with a strong Samuro, and I think Evolato plays a really strong Samuro. So we weren't looking for the clones to go do the objectives. We were focused on the 4-man fight, and Evil saw that and said, "All right, I'll just take the objective."
So,
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
Juji, I didn't hear
yeah.
you join in.
yeah.
I like to sneak in here from time to time. That's what I.
So, real quick, I'll toss the question back at you. You know what level Evil Alto is on Samuro? No joke.
I have
More than-
zero
yeah.
ideas.
More than one? I don't know.
How about 140?
See, we should have known that.
I don't know. For me personally, for that second fight, I feel like as an offlane with Urel, I think the main issue is I was late to the fight. I think if I showed up earlier to the fights, I think we win them, because I think that we had maybe 2 fights where with the Urel, I was actually there from the beginning and we won both fights. I think if I was there earlier, I think it might have been played out a little bit differently. So that's something we'll be aware of now in the future. Because honestly, he was a great Samuro. But with offlaning and the double soaking between the 2 lanes, I feel like I can do that as Uriel more than, I don't know. I feel like he's actually Uriel's actually, she's really really good at it, just because with the divine mount. I don't know. For me personally, that's just kind of how I look at it more than anything. Because hey, we're in the offlane. We're just salami in the background and just doing our thing.
Generally, I would agree with that statement, but I think Bladestorm does tip it over in Samuro's favor.
Yeah, I mean, for the wave clear standpoint, right? Yeah, for sure. Like, the only way I do that is I take cleave, but I'm like, I like the armor reduction. It's too good on team fights. When we actually get a team fight, the problem was I was just too late to some of those team fights. I think I should have played a hell of a lot better on that second game. I think I was just a little late. I think that's just what it came down to. Just a few miscommunications about that.
All right, and then game number 3, Battlefield of Eternity. If you wouldn't mind, and I understand that we're going to be likely playing each other in a few weeks again, what was the inspiration for the 3 frontliners solo damage Hanzo draft?
I went to the bathroom.
I guess I could probably answer this better than him right now.
I came back and they said, "Okay, we're gonna go the diva and the 4-man, and we'll put Sonya top to deal with whoever." And that was it. That was the inspiration. I had too many waters.
Hydrate
So-
too hard during the break.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I 100% feel like Diva can actually be in the 4-man personally, especially with W build, because you get so much value off your W for both from a damage mitigation standpoint and on the resets on your E. I think if you hit your W's very, very often, 1, you heal off of it. 2, you actually get like a 15 armor reduction off of everybody in your W, which is actually ridiculous. Plus with that, you get an extra recharge on your E. So the amount of times you can zone people out, I thought was going to be a lot of value. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sloppy just because I forgot. I don't have my 16 talents where I can just Q and W people away and shit. So I kind of forgot about that part a few times. But we just thought, like, with the way that their comp was built and what we wanted to run, we're like, we could hella get away with with Sonya and Diva, because we do so much sustained DPS anyways. With Hanzo with the burst, I feel like it would have worked really, 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 really well.
That's very similar to a scrim, the very last scrim game we did before we came to cast this match where we ran 3 frontliner and Vala instead. And on the same map, too.
Yeah,
Which is-
Murden, Imperious,
is-
Diva, Tyrande, Vala.
Yeah. I mean, like, the whole idea was very similar. We kept Diva split due to matchup and used Imperious to be follow-up CC damage. And it was like, that worked fantastically. So it was very interesting seeing a second type of that in the same night after I was just like, let's just try this. We'll either win quick or lose quick, and we'll go to our cast. And yeah, pretty interesting. So, yeah, well drafted.
I mean, they didn't let us Lost Vikings in the second game, so we had to
Were you
meme it
planning
somehow.
it?
Yeah, we were. We
Maybe,
were playing
but-
Lost Vikings.
I would, yeah, we were playing in Vikings. So they went what they went, and we were like, this might not work out very well, just because of what they were running.
I mean, that just means shoutouts to Better Than Bots' Scouter for successfully identifying what they wanted to do.
Yeah, we've only ran Vikings like once.
You've only
Like,
ran
this
Vikings once.
We've only ran Vikings once this season. People are just banning that shit on that map. I'm
They're
like, come on.
so good, though.
Yeah, the thing is too, and the Lost Vikings are obviously pretty good on a multitude of map, and we're obviously we're well aware of that. So it's just one of those things. And I don't care if you're taking notes like Tarnay, so I'm just gonna let you know.
Bro,
I could be baiting you into banning it. You'll never know.
I haven't even started looking at it since week 2. So,
Yeah.
everything's gonna get remade from the start. You can tell me whatever now, and I'll end up looking at the data and seeing.
I honestly think that we're
difference.
we're a different team from
Oh,
week 2.
I'm well aware of this.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
not resting on laurels here. We'll get to that in just a minute.
No. We're the same as that. Don't. Would you expect us to do the exact same thing we played you guys like the second game of the season?
I think that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah,
Really
you should
big
100%
fan.
do that.
Yeah, so we just got to ban Zeratul on BOE and we'll be good to go.
Yes.
Yeah, ban Zeratul.
Jesus.
Yeah, ban Zeratul.
Jesus.
You should ban like Raynor, right? Because that's something we run all the time.
I mean, everyone runs Raynor all the time. He's like,
It's so fucking boring. I'll part about it. Wait, can I curse on your stream? I'm sorry.
yes, my stream is explicitly not for children.
Okay.
Fucking A. All right, let's go.
All right.
Go.
No, it's just fucking boring. Let's just be honest. Like just
Yeah.
pew pew pew.
So looking ahead, you have your last match of the regular season in 2 days versus Uwu. Have you started your preparations for that match, and do you have anything in mind that you'd like to preview for anyone that also happens to be watching Jazzeline's stream in the future?
We're gonna run 5 healers.
Good strat. Which one would you hate to be banned out?
We would hate to have Lily banned out.
Yeah, that's actually my main healer. Honestly, is
I think
Lily.
we'd
So
do the Oriole,
I'm a
Oriole
solid
off
DPS
lane,
player.
Uther main tank, and then just Anna.
Yeah.
Be good.
DPS Ana with Vampiric.
Absolutely.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'll murky tank. Clearly, if we actually have to tank, I'll actually switch to tank. I'll murky tank, aka fish tank at 20.
The interesting thing about that game is it doesn't matter.
Does it?
Only matters.
It matters
It does
for
drop.
seeding a little bit.
It only matters if we drop a map.
Why don't you guys just drop your first math to make that shit
Well,
interesting?
no. Let's go through the math, right? Because
Actually, no, I don't think it does matter.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
the 1 seed and 2 seed are locked, and you beat us in the second round. So
if we go 0-2, or if you go 2-0,
If we lose against Cosmos, you are the number 1 seed.
assuming you win.
I got it.
If
in
we
rough
lose to
terms.
Cosmos, and you 3-0,
2-0. 2-0. Yeah.
3 points. 3 points.
So pretty much, you guys have to lose both games.
Yes.
Yeah, we just need to win, and it's 1 seed. But 1 and 2 seed actually very similar overall. Just you don't have to play until finals, and you get just different opponents through the brackets.
It's funny. So
In theory, a slightly better path. Also, the advantage is
I don't know.
The advantage to the 1 seed
Coin
over
toss.
the 2 seed, no coin toss in playoffs. the pick goes to the higher seeded team. So
Oh, okay.
that's the
is
advantage
important.
if we are able to secure one.
Yeah, true facts. So, yeah, looking ahead. So after Uwu, you are statistically expected to be the 2 seed.
Yes.
And according to my spreadsheet I looked at the standings for a couple minutes. Arrogant Nephilim is likely the 7th seed. So that seems to be the matchup that's most likely to happen next week.
Yeah, Kime has been talking shit about Juji's shitty XP. And
what?
yeah, he said you're a chump.
Chump.
He says you're a chump.
Why? Because I just fucking
Take it
meme and just goof
Because you're
off
like-
the entire
you're like-
time.
You're like 13th in like XP soak and like first
Ew.
and best on the team. So
Because we've had like 12 and 13 minute games talking about Fox Sky and shit. Like I can't fucking get enough XP if the games don't last long enough.
Whoa, hold up.
it is averaged out. Come on.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Hime, number 1 in B West in XP and XP per minute. Juji, 4th in XP per minute.
All
and
I'm saying,
5th in
y'all can
total
say-
XP. Have
look,
you
y'all-
considered soaking more minions? It helps your team level up.
Look, y'all can say that all you want to. Just look at that second game and see how much soak I had. I had more than a Samario as a URL. I just want to point that out now. You want to talk about that soak all you want. At the
That's
end of
pretty
the
good.
day, you look at the takedowns too, though, right? Top 5 out of the 6 is what? Our entire team. You can soak all you want, but if you're dying, you're dying. And when you're dying, that means you're losing experience. And that's not put into the stats or whatever the stats of the storm.
Sounds like a lot of excuses there.
Most takedowns in
Then
B
it's all
West in
excuses.
order. Doubles, FOK Spam, Kid, Crafty Trent, 5 Aces, Ektar Ace, DMN13, Slexia, Dr. Evil. There
That's
we go.
strange.
Oh,
That is not a single
Time
member.
out. They've all you guys have all played way more maps than us.
It's true.
Oh,
It's true. It
Way
is
more
just
maps.
it is
Way
just
more
some
maps.
of takedowns.
Now go to highest average takedowns.
I
One-
actually whispered this to Ektar earlier that LPN Bronze 6
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
top,
Kira,
top 7 on
Ferret,
that.
CRT, Danny, Ektar, Juji, Ace, Slexia, Big Bird, Harnock.
Yeah.
And let's go to
Exactly.
let's go to most kills is Kira with 91, and we had the least maps played.
That's a Genji thing. You wouldn't be doing your job.
That's right. That's right. No, I mean, it's funny because Kira goes, Genji's always a good pick, and I said, you are the only one that ever says Genji's always a good pick here.
Correct.
I would like to introduce you to my former teammate iFeed, who also believes Genji is always a good pick. I think he's currently
Yeah.
playing on a heroic team.
What an accurate team name.
Are you guys doing Hero Lounge this season?
No,
No, I've never done Heroes Lounge. I don't know if Ace has.
same.
So I'm a little worried about Heroes Lounge. We got placed into Division 1,
Oh,
and I'm like,
no.
how do we get into Division 1? Like, we did add somebody that is in the Masters tier, but
That
I'm gonna-
probably explains
yeah.
it. Now that you say it, I guess so. I guess
Yeah.
so. It
You only
makes,
have
you know?
one person in Masters. Like, how do we end up at Division? Like,
Well,
my rank
Ferret-
is like shit.
Ferret hit Grandmaster 100 like a month ago.
How did we end up in Division 1?
How did this happen? We have Masters and Grandmasters on the team. God, why aren't we in Division 4?
We
All right.
won.
Let's get back to the interview.
Sorry.
We're
Fine.
Oh, we're done. All right. Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna. I think the only thing left is to give it to y'all for any shoutouts that you want to make.
Thank you guys for casting our match. This was a underhanded way to do some scatter on us. I understand that.
It's the whole reason that people become casters.
Handed.
I
The
appreciate
one
it.
and only
Way to
game
scout.
that- one and only game that Kurt actually streams is this one.
No, thank you for the cast and to the members of Bronze6, CRT, Ferret, Juji, and Kira.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Just a huge shout out for thanks to you guys for casting. I know we're giving you guys a shit for casting and what have you, but at the end of the day, we appreciate you guys giving us the exposure and everything like that. Love your family. Time is short. And
Make sure you go vote tomorrow.
yeah.
Oh,
I actually
Tomorrow,
I voted
and
today.
Nice.
But yeah, everyone that hasn't voted yet, get the fuck out and vote.
Unless you're
Unless you're not a
legally
U.S.
allowed to.
citizen or otherwise can't vote in the U.S. legally, then please don't vote.
Kanye West 2020. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god!
I thought he was running in 2024.
Oh, it's about
no.
The Rock. Man. It's about The Rock.
The Rock, is he playing?
No, he's not. But apparently next election he might.
Yikes.
It's getting to that point, right, where we're gonna have like The Rock, Oprah, and somebody else is gonna be like fucking running for it. Hey, low key though, I might choose them over old white dudes that don't know how to use technology.
Fair enough. We should challenge.
I
Should
mean-
just be an Among Us fight for everyone.
Old
I
white.
mean, you got
Nice.
You might have to teach your parents how to use modern day technology, but they had to teach you how to use silverware. So,
sure.
all right,
Those
that's
are
gonna be it for the interview. Otherwise, we could legitimately keep bullshitting here and never end. And it's hot as fuck in this room, and I want to go lie down. I think so. Thank you guys for
All right.
coming by. Really looking forward to seeing your match on Wednesday, and hopefully look forward to seeing you in the playoffs.
Hey, good luck, guys.
Good luck to you guys.
too.
Appreciate you guys again. Y'all take care.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Righty.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for coming by for the stream. It ended up being kind of a longer one, both because the games were a little bit long and the pretty long interlude there before Game 3, I think that was. Was that Game 2 or
yeah.
Game 3? Yeah.
Yeah, it was before 3.
Alright, we are gonna look for someone to raid. I've been doing it this whole time. I don't recognize too many names other than like the big ones like Fan and Leon Black, and they're too big for us. So we're gonna raid over someone named Calypso345, a platinum healer main in Storm League. And healer mains, we gotta stick together. So that's where we're gonna get the raid started up at in just a moment.
Close to Diamond. Get some good luck there. Playing some Brightwing, so
Oh
love
god,
209
love to
Brightwing.
see it. 209 Bright. I might actually stick around and keep this on in the background because Brightwing is the bestest hero in all the lands.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
And we will see you next time.